Well, the sprays are
You got something, or you want me to speak just for a little bit until you find something? Huh? No, not yet. Oh, okay, go ahead. No, I know you started already.
We just gonna wait till the spirit, bro. Yeah, brother, we can start with Revelation 12. All right, Shalom. GMS Virginia camp back out here once again to do what we've been called to do, and that's prophesy. Before we get started, like always, we want to give all praises and glory
to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kappadash.
The bonus to our teachers, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the whole elect. It's all about prophecy. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a testimony. It's all about prophecy. When you come out on the highways and byways, when you're doing your lessons, your videos, you gotta touch on prophecy, right? We're prophets. That's what prophets do. We touch on prophecy. The word prophet means to what? Say before. To warn people of impending danger before it comes upon them, right? Like the nigga woman that just drove by with that look on her face of disgust. She got a red wig on. She looking at us crazy. You know? But it's our job as the prophets to warn the people to sound the alarm of impending danger. What's the impending danger? Well, the devil, the so-called white man, but y'all, for some odd reason, it's not clicking in y'all head that this man is the devil. It is. He done the most heinous crimes that mankind has ever known. There's not a nation on the planet that's done more heinous crimes than the so-called white race. All right? But you still fail to realize this man is the devil because you, well, I met a nice, my next door neighbor Susan, she gives me jello every now and then. Right? So there's good so-called white people. That's bullshit. I remember I was watching a Muhammad Ali interview, and he was like, if it's a, what did he say?
He said it's 1,000 snakes, and 100 of them are good.
What you gonna let all the snakes in because only a few of them are good? Mm-hmm. No, because you're gonna eventually get bit by one of them. Mm-hmm. And that's when you have a rulership mentality and you understand nations, the importance of being a nation. Because unlike all beating down and trodden down people, right, they got Stockholm syndrome, they love their master. They don't understand, like, look, the so-called white man, at the end of the day, he's gonna be for his people. When they talk about Democratic, Republican, they go to these elections and vote, they looking at their people. They looking at the benefits for their nation. They're not going to the poll like, okay, what's the benefit for the Negroes, Hispanic, Native Americans? They're not voting for you niggas. Yeah. And that's not in their mind. Even if they do vote for a Biden or Democrat, they're not thinking about you niggas. Right. They're thinking about, is it beneficial for me because I'm a faggot? I'm gay, so I'm gonna vote for Biden because they support me being a faggot. Right. They're not thinking about you niggas and your plight. All right, but you Stockholm syndrome, milk drinking niggas, right? Y'all, master love me, right? He's doing things for my betterment, and that's how you're going to be entrapped with this Quran. You get Revelation 12 and 12, because they got the UBI coming. They're talking about another stimulus, and they're talking about paying people every month now.
Yeah, 1,500, right?
Yeah. Bringing it back around. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is the book of Revelation 12 and 12. It reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
See, there you go. He know that his time is almost up, according to what? Prophecy. So now he's going to use all type of trickery and wiles, right? We know the next major event is about to happen. Because there's this article that came out about these senators. Certain senators got these satellite phones they received. I think it was like a little over 100 of them got satellite phones, just in case communications get knocked out. Right. Now, how would communications get knocked out in an area? That means the power is going, right? That's how communication gets knocked out. It means there's no power. All right. Now you have senators in different states, right? So what they're telling you is they're preparing for an event where the power goes on. But the common nigga, they don't see these things. They just scroll right past it and scroll right to Tina Turner passing away.
Yeah.
And R.I.P. Tina Turner, you know, yeah, bullshit, holy. Which is why, you know, the Lord got to bring that judgment because social media is fucking the biggest distraction ever. Man. I just downloaded this app. It's called Reset Your Brain. And basically you fast from something. You pick something every day to fast from, whether it be social media one day, and the next day, just anything that has to do with screens. You know, then another day something else, and then you research your mind. Because when you're looking at social media, what are you doing? You're comparing your life to other people's lives all day, which that causes depression, that causes envy, right, and lust. Because we're not meant to look at other people's lives all day, see how other people live. You're not supposed to live your life like that. We're living in a very strange time. When we're walking amongst regular common folk, you see life as what it truly is. You see people working 9 to 5s. You see people, you know, living day to day by their bread. But you get on social media, oh, this nigga got a Ferrari, this person got this. They going here, they doing that. That's not reality. And they probably spend their last few crumbs of their check to have the things they put in that photo. You don't know how they got that.
Selling a fantasy.
You know, because last time I checked, the only people with true money is the elites, the banking families. And then if you have anything under that, then you're in contract with the devil, whether it be Oprah, LeBron, all these superstars within the industry. They're in very strict contracts. So they're allowed to have millions, but even within that, they're not able to buy with those millions with what they want. They can't just go and outright buy acres of land in America and build farms and schools for Jake.
Remember MTV Cribs? Now, these were celebrities that were so-called rich. And they come to find out that 80% of them homes weren't their homes. They were rented out. So think about it. Even though they're on the TV, they're making music, or they're playing sports, they're selling their life, but half of them don't even truly live their life. Even with rappers, we see all the time. We think they're rich, but they're in a 360 deal. So their money's getting snatched from them. They only bringing home a percentage of what they're supposed to be bringing home.
Yeah, I think you only bring like a couple cents for record sold.
Right.
And J. Cole said, I think one of his songs when he was going at the mumble rappers, he was saying how like you make your money from touring. That's how they make a lot of. That's why you see stars as big as Chris Brown that been in the game for over a decade since he was a fucking baby. He on this tour. Yeah, this festival. Why does nigga coming out Virginia Beach to fucking perform? Because that's how they make their money. They gotta go to these big shows because they're not making money off of their records. You know who are? ESO. The people that own their contracts.
That's why the baby was touring. He was selling like, what was he selling, like one ticket, get another one free or something like that? Remember? Because you know, when he made that slur about the elemental P community, nobody was buying his music, so he was trying to go on tour. That's beautiful.
It has nothing to do with how many. You can sell as many records as you want, but majority of those funds are going to Daddy E. So, this artist sold the most this week. That don't mean shit. That's why people are laughing at a guy like Soulja Boy, right? Which his music is fucking butt-ass trash, but he making more bread than a lot of these guys that's on the top charts because he's more independent. He's not fully independent. He's on that same label that Young Dolph and them niggas got sacrificed for. Basically, it's a distribution deal, right? So he's not fully in a 360, but he's somewhat independent, so he gets more percentage of every record sold. So let's say if he only got, let's say you were an independent artist, you only got 100,000 fans, but every 100,000 one of them bought your record, that all go into you. But if you got millions of fans and you only get a few cents of each record bought, you ain't making shit. You know, so at the end of the day, it's all a facade. So bringing it back to the point, when you look at life as a whole, majority of people are living day to day. They're fighting day to day to get their daily bread, to be able to have a weekend and take their significant other out to eat, or go do something, go hiking, or whatever the fuck you do in your free time. Majority of people are not living like LeBron James and shit.
What?
You want the revelation?
You said a spoon? You said a spoon? What is that?
I ain't got no money. I don't think so.
I ain't got no money.
This is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. It says, and I fell at his feet. It says Revelation 19 and 10, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, because if we saw the angels, we'd probably fall down our feet too. That's a man that was caught up into the spiritual world. You're gonna see some stuff that bug you out. You probably in fear, like, hey, don't hurt me. That's probably really what he did, like, oh.
Especially you've never seen something, that angelic before in your life. If you see it on TV, but it's different when you see it in person, because you know that it's not gonna be nothing like that. It's most time. That's
That's right.
That
You know what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
So I mean, it's a normal reaction.
Yeah,
Especially with our bodies, because we're in the flesh.
Yeah.
You guys.
What shows you? Oh, no, go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say, when you see these fans, when they look at these rap, they pass out, man. They lose their shit when they see just a regular person. So you can only imagine, if you seen something that could destroy the whole earth.
Yeah,
So
And then the angel proceeds to tell him to stand up. I'm your brother, which shows you how great our inheritance is of what we're going to become. Because for something that powerful to tell you to stand up, I'm your brother. That shows you how great we are.
That's what the scripture says.
And we in our low form, and he said that.
That's right.
He said stand up in your low form. So that shows you what we're coming into. Go ahead, brother.
it says, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren.
Like Army Man was telling Mark, think. You'll outlast every little insignificant being on this planet. What you gonna have after 500 years? He was telling his son, nigga, you ain't immortal.
He was soft, man.
You worry about fucking humans. That's what he said. Look, everybody you know has died. He's dead and gone before you even look 30. He said you live 1,000 years, Mark. You think it's small-minded. You let your emotions. He said, fuck. Because they was from what planet? They was from Voltron.
Yeah.
He said, fuck Voltron. I'm from Earth. Everyone else from Earth. He was like, man, I'm about to whoop this nigga. He started kicking his son's ass across the whole Earth. Army Man was in the right spirit, but they paint those type of guys to be villains. The same thing with like Dragon Ball Z when Vegeta came and seen Goku weak for him, because Goku was put there on Earth as a baby.
Yeah.
So he started liking humans because he was raised. But if he wasn't around them, he wouldn't have been like that.
Yeah.
So he became Hellenized. Because he was around them, he got emotions attached. And Vegeta, he in his right mind. He come from their planet. He like, what the fuck? You ain't conquered these niggas?
That was his brother. Right?
Radish. You know what I'm saying? He like, what the you ain't conquered these niggas? You being friends with these motherfuckers? We saiyans. We gods. What the fuck are you doing with Goku goofy ass? Nigga, he all powerful. But that's what happens when the scripture say, Israel a homeborn servant.
Yeah.
You God, you literal gods, but you carry yourselves like fucking peasants. Now we don't have those bodies yet, but look, it starts in the mind, the spirit. You gotta renew yourself and realize what you are, what you have, and carry yourself as such. You gotta change the way you eat, change the way you talk, change the way you think, change the way you dress. Pull your fucking pants up, put a belt on. You gotta learn how to be a chameleon. That's what we already got spiritual powers. To tell you the truth, one of them is being a chameleon. I know how to chameleon around niggas in the hood, niggas with suits, Edomites, goops, and make them love you too. Like, they calling you, trying to, you know what I'm saying? We got that type of spiritual, but with Jake, we can do stuff like that. When the devil, when you come back into your inheritance, the devil don't have a step ahead of us no more. When we was in the world, the so-called Illuminati, they did have a step ahead of us because we didn't know what was coming. But now we know the prophecies. And now we know how to play him more than he's playing us. Go ahead, bro.
That's beautiful you said that because we enter back into our birthright. We're claiming it back, our true power, which allows us to be able to move like a chameleon, like the brother brought up. This is back in Revelation chapter
Yeah,
9.
that's that balance because you have guys that'll learn the truth and then they'll become holier than thou, over righteous. The scriptures, when the elect, all the elect are sinners, bro. They're the elect because they were elected, not because they were perfect men. So when you read about the 144,000, all of them are sinners. All have fallen short of the glory of Yahweh Shah. Even Yahweh Shah said in his previous incarnation, before he was Yahweh Shah, he sinned as King Solomon. Right? But they were elected. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
The testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is the spirit of prophecy. So if you say you believe upon Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shah, then you got to believe on the prophecies of this book. You got to believe in the prophecies of this word. The prophecies tell us that impending danger is upon the earth. Not good times, not joyous times, not singing sweet songs and sweet hymns and holding hands to the promised land. Even before the nigga that was talking about the promised land, Martin Luther, whatever the fuck you called it, he said, I lay y'all in a burning house. He knew impending danger was coming. Because once you completely integrate as a nation into another nation, you have to adopt their ways, you have to adopt their customs, you have to adopt their gods, you have to adopt their languages, whether it be French, Spanish, English, Portuguese, whatever. You have to adopt every way of living that they have. Christmas, Valentine's Day, birthdays, St. Patrick's Day, Memorial Day is coming. What the fuck is a memorial? The true memorial is a memorial of what y'all did to Yahweh Shai, and then what y'all did to his nation. But they want us to have a memorial for some fucking soldiers that went and got their damn legs blown off for a corrupt nation. And all you fucking Edomites are fucking guilty because you'll have Edomites come in and say, well, my parents immigrated here and worked from the ground up. Why the fuck did immigrants come to America in the first place? Because it was a thriving economy. How did it become a thriving economy? Off of free fucking slave labor, you fucking idiot. So you and your whole family benefited from our labor.
My parents came from here, Ireland.
We had nothing when
We
we
had
came.
nothing when we came, and we built it from the ground up.
How were you able to do that? Nobody would have wanted to come to America if it wasn't a thriving economy.
Yeah,
If
you
it wasn't gold over here, if it wasn't a lot of land and cotton, plantations, slaves.
Yeah, you might have built your family's legacy from the ground up, but you didn't build it, America up, you know. Yeah, they like to make it seem like they had it just as rough as us. And that's not the same thing, man. You came here and automatically had a chance to thrive. We didn't have that chance, you know.
Just to back you up, that's why these other nations, that's why, and also like I said, being league with the so-called that white man, you know, that's why some of these Hamites and Elamites will ever have these gas stations.
Yeah.
Okay, you might give you gas stations. Like I said, even Moabites, you know what? We're going to give you free housing, we're going to give you education, we're going to give you a small business, whatever. The rest is up to you.
They bypassed us. That goes back to Psalms 83. You know, so the house, the name of Israel will never be removed.
Matter of fact, get that. Listen,
You know? I got you. I think this is it.
read that for us already.
Sirach chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of the unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, because of injuries. Who did you injure? Us, nigga. You crippled us. That's why you got a head start in the race. You crippled us, nigga. It's like we at the mark, and you hit break both our kneecaps. Pop, pop. And then you get to running and shit. And we gotta fucking get surgery done. Nigga, we in rehabilitation. Your ass running and shit. We in rehab.
Remember the movie Men of Honor?
Yeah, when he had to put, that's the perfect example.
Yeah, they had to build a pump underwater, and they gave they gave the Edomites the proper tools and all that, and they gave his bag.
Where they cut his bag open.
Cut the bag so it went all over the
Yeah,
place.
when they threw it in the water,
Yeah.
all the screws and shit this is in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, freezing cold.
And it started in the daytime. But he was out there so long trying to find the schools that he went into the night when the water got cold. And this shit is true story. This shit was in Virginia. And he down there shivering, trying to. That shit, Jake, hey man, Jake, a different breed.
Yeah, we form all things, yo.
And he was down there shivering, putting it together.
Remember when they pulled him out?
And they was like, yo, get him up, get him the fuck up. And they was like, don't pull it. Don't pull him up.
Yeah.
They want him to die.
And they, Robert De Niro though, he Jake though, that's funny. But the funny part is when right when they was pulling him up, he finished it. He was down there so long when they took his helmet off, you can see the hypothermia lips was blue, like his garment. Yeah. It's shaking, he's purple.
But he finished it.
But he finished it though.
Imagine you gotta put a helmet together with screws under the water. But they cut your bag open and throw it in the water.
Now, well, that's what they did to us.
Screws on, you know what I'm saying? And that was on a regular basis. That's just one of many things.
No, I'm saying spiritually, that's what he has done to us. You know what I mean?
Especially
they cut the bag open.
Even at the end of the movie, where his leg got amputated, and he wanted to get back into the Navy, so they made him wear that big. They said, no, you got to walk in the suit. Yeah. You gotta walk in the suit.
And they made it heavier.
They made it. It was the new suit.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, he can't do that shit. Why you making him? Hey, he want to be back in the Navy. He gotta walk in it. Which they didn't have to make him do that shit.
Hold on, Salakia. What he say? The dude that was the authority, he was like, the new rule says you have to take 15 steps or something like that. Yeah. So Robert De Niro was like, well, sir, how would you know? He said, because I wrote it. Yep. Just like an Edomite, man, proud. You know?
Yo, that movie's a bad movie. Yeah, he got the suit. He said. Hey, Robert De Niro was like, come on, Cookie! And he was crying because of pain. He got one leg. And he got one his big ass submarine suit. He was, and then he fell. Yeah. He said, get up, Cookie! Yeah. I want my goddamn full steps.
That was a good movie, though.
He got to the bottom. Yeah. But that's like the brother said. That's what Esau did to us as a nation. Broke us down completely and still expect us to finish.
Yeah, especially in the military. That was heavy, man. That was hard.
And if I may, before I know brothers, but and the brother you opened up said, Jake's so quick to trust E because some of them come off like they're good. Well, a lot of them come off like they're good because they never have been put in through adversity. You know, so their horns never came out because everything is, up and up for them. But you put some of these Edomites that just come off like they really care about you, put them through adversity where they never been through something. Just like you seen a lot of these, when they made them put them masks on their face, they flipped the fuck out.
Yeah, they horn show.
Yeah, they horn show them. So don't think because they act so caring. You might have a neighbor. Paul might be your neighbor and he always help you out if you need something. Because he has it's not affecting him in any way if he gives you a helping hand. But when the shit hits the fan, he can't afford to give you a helping hand because he can't get a helping hand. So let's see how he acts then.
The scripture says he speaks as a lamb, but he's a dragon.
Come on now.
That's how Esau operates. He don't get his way. He revolts back to that rebellious child he used to be. Fuck you, mommy and daddy. He can't get his way. And then somebody, he either calling the cops. Somebody got to get shot, stabbed if he don't get his way. You know what I'm saying? That's just E as a whole. Yeah. You can't trust this nigga, man.
Yeah. Hey, a perfect example, man. That's how you know that we're stronger people because Esau can't endure pain, man, or suffering, or man. That's why, like you said, that's why he's
I got that book that the brothers is my woman got it right now. That book that the brothers have been bringing out about how they used to test us medically. Mm-hmm. Think about it. They used to do surgery on the woman, make them give birth without any anesthesia, any medicine. They didn't do that to these other nations. They didn't do that to them, and we had to endure that pain. There's no other nation like us, yo. You know?
Yep, that's word. That's word. Go ahead, bro.
All right, quick precept. This is Sirach chapter 14 and verse 7. It says, and if he doeth good, he doeth...
Even these Edomite Christians, right? A lot of these Edomite Christians, they're really in Christianity because it gives them a sense of superiority amongst straight. They're like, we're not like the niggas in the hood, and thugs. We're going to heaven. We're getting raptured, and they're going to hell. A lot of really that white Christianity, that Edomite supremacy Christianity, especially down south, that's really what it's based on. The rapture and all that shit. We eat the niggas. we better than niggas. They're sinners. We're righteous. We're holier than thou. It gives them another sense of superiority. That's why they love to be superior amongst Jacob.
Oh, just like the Mormons. You remember the Mormons, how the story goes about how, like I say, if you dark skin, you're cursed, but if you're white, you're blessed.
And you got the curse of Cain.
Yeah, Cain, you know, that man. So
Because they don't know, what shows you they some fucking idiots, because they're mixing Cain with the Canaanites. They say that Cain is the father of the Canaanites, and the Canaanites were dark-skinned people. They were saying the Canaanites are dark-skinned people, so we have the curse of Cain. You fucking idiots. Cain is not the father of the Canaanites, you damn dweebs. But as it show you, they show demonic to be ahead of us and superior, be more superior than us, then they'll make up any goddamn thing. You know? Y'all ain't getting raptured. And y'all been waiting for the rapture for how fucking long?
Yeah,
when the lights go out, they gonna understand what's up. There is no rapture. And then that's what's gonna happen is what the brother was bringing up. That's when they're gonna forsake Jesus and start killing niggas. Because they got their guns too. They believe in Jesus, but they got their guns and their knives. And that's when they're gonna turn it to goddamn the purge. Alright, I didn't get raptured, so I know what the truth is now. I'm killing niggas. I'm killing niggas. The horns gonna come off. All hell gonna break loose.
The Egyptians shall go against the Egyptians, as it said in Isaiah. Yeah, like you said, all that holding hands and so-called equality, all that stuff will go out the window. It's gonna be every man for himself, like you said before. Everybody gonna go back to that beast state of nature, man.
Which we know Christianity ain't the truth no damn way, because why would the truth be so wildly known like that for all these hundreds of years?
Wow.
It makes no fucking sense when the scriptures tell you how precious the truth is, and that you gotta be lost to be found. You know what I'm saying? And blessed in that seed. You know, it's a rare thing. It's not something that everybody just knows out back, born a Christian. Everybody a fucking Christian when they born. That's bullshit, man.
And it makes sense too, because like I said, Christianity got a lot of holes in it. It's a lot of contradictions. You know, one thing that says God so loved the world, but then when you read, I think that phrase it says what? God didn't love the whole world. You know, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, that's a contradiction.
It is a contradiction. You mean, why would the Lord say that one verse and then send the other? And then you got Christianity talking about something else. If you do bad, you go to hell for all eternity. You know, and like you said before, you know, it's like you said, just so many holes.
And that's
but then, but if you do something wicked, and then you know you say I forgive sin, then the Lord just forgive you all your sins just like that. So basically, like I said, you did all that killing, all that lying, all that stealing that you did, and you still got that mindset, but just because your mindset you believe my sins is forgiven. That's it. Come on.
When you got dipped, your head got dipped in the toilet, and you fucking clean it. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, think about how many in Christianity and all, because you got so many different forms of Christianity, so many denominations. Why is it so many pastors, priests get caught doing the bullshit? You know, messing with a little boy, or messing with little kids, raping somebody. You know what I mean? You trying to tell me they have the truth? And it's not just one occurrence. It's happened so much. It's a running joke now. You know. How is that the truth? Come on, man.
And that's why people are leaving the Christian church, man. Like you said before, man. You know, like I said, Christianity being exposed, man. Yeah. These false ass pastors, you know, just like the one, we should learn about the fake ass pastor with the Gucci and all that. Come to find out that he was hustling people. I mean, it was obvious. I mean, how could the people not see it? But that's what they said. The Lord shall blind the minds of the people, man.
And they mad at us because they ain't got the truth. You got this nigga Malone, no Carl Malone. This nigga, he got a nigga woman up on the show.
Yeah, my man got the truth. And I told him I'd be around, but don't try to force it on me and the kids.
The ugly black woman is the #1 enemy to our nation. She mad she ain't got no hair. No, for real, she mad she don't have no hair. When they be seeing these women with long hair, they from a child up, that gives them self-esteem issues. It starts off when they're young, they're like, why my hair can't look like her? And they grow up to hate themselves. Really, they hate themselves. And they want us to be down there with them, so they try to poke at us and bring our self-esteem low as men. Because really, they hate themselves. Bitch, we don't need y'all.
And then on top of that, like what is one of the top sayings right now? The so-called black woman is the #1 hated person, or the #1 attacked person on the earth. But like I said, man, no, that's our number one enemy because they got it both sides. They upset at us because they hate themselves, and then they got E in their ear, saying, "Hey, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. Just go against your man."
Because bitch, you turn on us first.
Right.
Really, we can go back to Genesis when you went astray from your man. But even in plantation over here in America, when you seen us get broken down by E, you lost respect for us as men. And you seen E had the power. So a lot of y'all were willingly bed wenches for E.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get whipped by master. I'm just throw it on them. And you threw it on them good too. You was throwing it back on them. And even to this day, y'all do that, man. Y'all left us first. I don't give a damn. Even when a woman is in a relationship with a man, as soon as he lose something or he down and out, he got a bad rough patch, she ready to leave. Y'all leave us first. I don't give a damn what nation you're from. No women should ever leave their men, no matter what state they're in. You're always supposed to be loyal to your man. If your nation go into captivity and your men are getting slaughtered and beat, you get slaughtered and beat with them. You tell master he gotta knock out all your teeth, he gotta cut all your body parts off. You ain't laying with him. Till he set your man free. You ain't touching. You ain't going nowhere near him. You don't say, "Oh,
I got to sleep with master so he don't whip you. I got to suck master dick so he don't be harsh on you in the morning."
this is the type of shit that was going on. And to this day, it's playing out on a world scale. Y'all left us first. Y'all left us for hip hop. Be independent. Listening to goddamn Beyonce. Oh, my women, if they independent. Single ladies, all that shit. Y'all left us.
Now she got her daughter up here, dancing the can. You done did all that so-called hard work, and sucked off whoever. Jay-Z done did whatever, and now you got your child up there doing the YMCA.
Section 8. Brother had posted a video in the chat about how Section 8 started and how it was a program to get rid of the man. Y'all left y'all men, man. So miss us with that shit. And even when y'all come up here and encounter us, y'all don't have no femininity about y'all. Y'all don't come up soft-spoken. And like I said in the chat, if a woman ain't shy and soft-spoken, that's a demon off back because she got too much confidence. It means she been through too much shit already. Because women get confidence and self-esteem from men. A woman don't know she's pretty until a man tells her.
That's right.
Whether it's her father or that first dude that seen her in school was like, "Oh, you pretty." Now she like, "I am." Because they don't look at themselves as that until a man shows them that. Then when they form breasts and an ass and men start looking, that's when they get self-esteem and confidence.
That's right.
So for all you women that saying you don't need men, you didn't even like yourself till a man said you look like something. Right? So get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I just did a lesson today. The standard of our modern day woman is so low, man. They got everything backwards, man. You know, and righteous in some of it.
You with a man and he going through a hard patch, so you start looking down on him. This is your man because he ain't fucking Drake. You don't put the value of a man on how much money he got. You know how vain that is?
Yeah.
A man's value is based on fucking money. Something that's tangible that can be taken away out of any moment. Nigga can make wrong investment and all his shit going.
Right.
You putting that his value in money? That's what y'all get with these dudes, and they slut you the fuck out. Now you got demons on you because this nigga brought you to an orgy, gangbang, had you licking his butt crack, whatever the fuck he had you do for that 10 grand he gave you. You thought you was about to live a lavish lifestyle with a rapper. You found out this nigga's a weirdo creep that sold his soul because you look down on the common man. Because he working on, you look down at the postman, the trash man, the man that's keeping the fucking America going, society going.
Yeah, because they talked about that. Somebody was just talking about that. They had it, like one of them, what will a woman do? And they asked who was it? Matter of fact, that girl Ebony K. She said, "Would you date the garbage man?" And she was like, "Well, only if he owned the garbage company." But a lot of people don't know the garbage man, the average garbage man, he can make like $100 grand a year. You know
Make
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of overtime too.
Yeah, like my grandfather used to be that. He used to make decent money.
And even that's besides the point because the average common man only The average man is going to make from anywhere from 50,000 to 60,000 if he has something decent and stable a year. That's majority of all men. It ain't going. It doesn't change unless you get lucky and hit the fucking plug or something. That don't change. That's what he's going to be at for his duration until he retire and get his 401k. That's not 90%. Over 90% of the men here. So you women are looking at fucking social media, looking at these fake ass lifestyles and thinking that's what a man's supposed to do. You base a man's value off his morals, conduct, the way he carry himself. Is he a provider? Is he a protector? Where's his faith at? Does he believe in the Most High? Because then you can count on him to conduct himself wisely out here in the world. Because he fears something higher than himself. He doesn't just base his whole existence off of him. Me. He walks through the earth with fear of the power. The scripture says the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Most High. So you have a wise man within your household. That's what you base your value at. Scripture says wisdom is far above anything that's on the earth. Who can put a price on it? If a brother can find me that, what is it in Proverbs? She's more precious than rubies and all that. Who can put a price on wisdom? You don't value a man by saying, oh, he got $1 million in his bank account. That's some bullshit, man. And that's why you women are fucked up now, because you sleeping with men that got nice shoes, you like your straight shoes, you like the car he put you up in, which might have been a rental.
That's the point I was trying to say, because not only that, they want a man with money, but he got to look a certain way. They don't want to date the garbage man, because he'll come home looking filthy. He won't look the part of Drake and these guys on Instagram. So they really all over the place. They want the money, but from the man, but the man has to look like what they see. What we bring back to, they're selling what did I say earlier? They're selling a fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It shows you the decay of society, because you look at your great grandmas, they stuck with their common men, and they value those men. They didn't look down on those men. They worked low level jobs and they stayed loyal to that man. That man could have had a whole other family down the block. Now she would turn a blind eye. And I was talking to my mom about this, and she didn't deny it. I was like, yo, y'all women, I said, look, y'all women, they weak. I said, y'all weak. Soon as a man don't do something y'all like, y'all crying, ready to leave. Y'all ready to break up with men. And he gone for a month. Y'all ready to divorce him. Women ain't seen men for years sometimes, man. She stayed loyal to him, kept the house in order, kept the kids in order. Y'all women are weak. And you weak because you love the devil more than you love your power. Because if you love your power, you will understand that your Lord is your man. Jesus ain't your man. The Lord gave you a man on earth. Why do you think he created man? You serve the Lord by serving your man. That's how you prove you love the Lord. By serving your man, your husband. Duh. You don't prove you love the Lord by kicking your man to the side and going straight to the Lord. That's you out of order. You done broke Corinthians. You done broke the order of Corinthians.
Hey, just to back you up, because now, like I said, society taught them that, well, if I leave my man, I can get another better man. That's what this women think, but they don't understand when they get older, like I said, all the attention that they got, the value starts to degrade. But wow, the man, he always has a chance to redeem himself, man.
And that breeds a chaotic society. You look at somebody like Amber Rose, cool. She's a celebrity, so she can make it seem like that lifestyle is cool, when really she's miserable. If you get a common woman that emulates that same lifestyle, man to man to man. Now you have two broken families. You keep going to different men, having different kids. That's chaotic. That's a chaotic lifestyle. Now those children grow up in different households. They wonder why this daddy separate from this daddy. Why they wasn't raised in the house with their father. And you, what have you built as a woman? What have you nourished as a woman? It's chaotic. It's not order. It's not stable. You be with a man. Look, the average woman will tell you she was with a different man last year than the man she with right now. That's chaotic. That is not orderly, man. And it's not righteous. It's wicked. It's complete wickedness. Not to mention the soul ties that you're putting on yourself with different individuals. You come across a guy, you thought he was cool. This nigga was a pill popping, weed smoking, tattoo addict. Now you got a big ass tattoo on your fucking neck because you was around him. Because women gonna do what the men they around do.
Yeah, especially yeah.
Now you break up with him. Now you confused and fucked up in the head. Then you go to the next man. This man's different. So now you trying to be, it's chaotic, it's confusion.
And you still hurt from what the last guy
You
did.
still hurt.
So you taking it out on him.
Yeah.
Then you had that you put his damn name on that tattoo with his name, his block name, his street name. Now you gotta cover that up with another tattoo.
And then who else nowhere else too? You know what I mean? It ain't just a neck, it's somewhere else too. So just imagine you coming in, you know, to the gym and you see something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why they don't need to see society now lifts them up like they're above us.
Yes, sir.
That right there should let you know. And the men of our nation is fucked up too. But ain't no way they should be above us because they have no direction. They don't know what they want.
Yeah.
Your woman laying in bed with you. This is why one supposed to have one man. She laying in bed with you, but she having the subconscious thoughts that popped up in her head and hit her. But you know your past thoughts come up every now and then. And then she having thoughts of how this nigga used to dick her down. And she ain't telling you. Damn, that nigga stole my back out.
I said to him.
But if she never knew that, she would never be able to handle
That
the
thought
thought.
process.
Because she only known you.
Right.
See how demonic this society is?
Yeah.
Now imagine you add another man, and another man, and another man, and another man. How the fuck can she truly care and love for you, man? So when we come out here and say the earth has to be set in order, it's many reasons why, man. It's not just because we was thrown in captivity. My brothers was talking earlier in the chat. This brother can't even go in the store. You can't even go in the organic store and find watermelons with seeds.
Right.
Grapes with seeds. How the fuck is this organic store and the fruit ain't got seeds in it, man? What's organic about it? What's natural about it?
Yeah, it say organic fucking fruit. It ain't even got no seeds in it.
That fresh market over there, we going there, it's kind of expensive.
I've been in there.
Yeah, but I mean, the food, the fuck, I spit it out, bro. Ain't no season.
Hey, the ginger ale Canada Dry, you know, you seen it there. Now, people that, and I was one of them, that's the only soda I would drink was Canada Dry because it had a stamp on it saying made with real ginger. And somebody actually did a test on it and sued Canada Dry because it had ginger in it so low, but after the process they did, it stripped the benefits. So now if you look at Canada Dry now, they had to take the made with real ginger off the label. You know? So it's like, that's when you said false advertising, it made me think of it. So they lie. We say it all the time. Yeah, it's good to go to an organic spot, but sometimes they slap that organic label on it and
just to
ain't
do it.
shit organic about it.
Just to do
Charge
it.
you more.
We show you the society got to be fucking destroyed. And that's why I tell brothers, if you do go that route, it's not every brother's going to be gun-ho organic shit. We ain't captivity.
Right.
You got to do it how you do it. But if you all on a tip, like I'm going organic, always read it.
I was about to say that.
Read the ingredients on the bag. Don't just go, oh, this organic, let me grab it. Read what's in it. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, it's apple juice. And just say apple. You get so organic apple juice that you look at it and it say apple juice, citric acid.
Purified water.
You funny.
It's just supposed to be juice.
Filter water.
So you just check. You gotta check it. But E knows Jake ain't looking for that. Jake is just, oh, I seen this nigga on a commercial. The tricks ain't for kids. Nigga was mixing the Cheeto Man mixing the turntables.
You funny.
That's how they get the kids. Ain't not an ounce of real cheese on them chips. Cheeto Man.
100% artificial. You know what I mean? But you know, Jake, you know what I mean? He look past that artificial.
Corn, the Kellogg cornflake nigga, Frosted Flakes. But if you eat real cornflakes, it tastes totally different from that.
Yeah, kinda.
Then they throw a whole bunch of icing on this fake ass sugar icing on this. So now little Tyrone in class, nigga bouncing up.
And it's poison.
Straight poison.
Yeah, and some of that stuff that's put in the cereal is actually poison. Like to kill certain stuff, you know what I mean?
Not to mention the color dyes.
Like Lucky Charms. Oh, that marshmallow. Oh, that's straight laundry detergent.
Yeah.
That's
I've been looking at it a lot. 'Cause I've been trying to change mine a lot, get more organic myself. And them apples, a lot of them apples we see,
Bullshit.
they got wax on them.
Yeah.
That's why they shine so hard.
Yeah, wow.
So like, cause I follow these pages that tell you what to do with your
Clean
fruits,
them,
how to clean them. And this one person really like hits it with pressure water to knock all the wax off and lets it sit in the water for a while just so it can get off.
You see, you have those types of like really I consider myself like a tear. You got tears.
Yeah, you got tears.
I'm like 2 tiers below the extreme motherfucker. But I can't fault the extreme ones either because it's extremely wicked.
Right.
So you can't blame motherfuckers like, what the fuck? And this nigga go extreme. I ain't need that shit. I ain't need that.
But you're gonna kill us.
Because that's how fucked up the society is, man. That's why the shit just gotta be torn the
I
fuck
see
down.
somebody wash their fruit. They don't even use tap water to wash their
I'm
fruit
telling
all
you,
day.
they make it work.
That's a think about how much money you.
After you wash the apple, it literally looks old. Like it look all beat down.
Yeah.
Same with like the strawberries. You got a lot of like bugs and shit that come out of it.
Yeah, I was talking about watermelons, and that was a spirit because after I seen the chat, I was actually in the grocery store, and the lady, and I was looking at this past couple weeks. The lady had a real big watermelon, and it looked old, but you know how it looks real brown. Well, they say those is the best ones right there when it looks like it's like brown yellow. It look, and I told her, I said that's the best one. Yeah, she was like, I know. She was like, oh, you know? I said, yeah. So that that's crazy because the optics. You want everything to look fresh and beautiful, but half the time that might not be the most. Bananas, when they go black, that's the best time to eat them. That's the most benefits. That's when it's sweetest.
Bananas be his bullshit.
Even though it's
ain't even bananas.
Ain't no seeds in them.
Shit ain't even bananas, man.
Yeah.
I'm
On a banana had
I'm
seeds in
getting
it. I said,
protein.
wow.
I'm getting, nigga, that ain't a banana.
You gotta eat that and go to the vitamin store if you want to pull.
Take your ass to the jungle where the gorillas at. Nigga, where the bananas at, nigga?
Give one of them gorillas one of these food line bananas.
Beat your ass. Silverback too. Man, you ever seen a silverback run? A silverback gorilla? Man, that nigga fast as shit.
Big as nails.
They beat on it, and they really beat on it. They make a sound like. And they, man.
They vegetarian?
Where we
Yeah,
at?
they don't even eat. I got the songs too.
Oh yeah, let's get the
Wait, what about Proverbs? You want Proverbs?
Okay.
This is Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10. It says, who can find a virtuous woman for her price?
This ain't talking about Keisha and her fat ass. Cause she come on here. Yeah, this is you hear what the scripture said about me. Who can find a virtuous woman? That ain't what the fuck is talking about, man. Wisdom is likened as a woman in the scriptures, man. Because one ain't none of you women virtuous. So can a brother get the etymology of virtuous and rugged shirt? None of you women in here out here virtuous. All of y'all wicked.
That's right.
According to the scriptures too. All you women in the churches
Yeah.
with them big ass hats on. You talking about you fucking you holier than thou.
And Big Shirley, that's what about the fire.
Ain't nothing but a contest.
Yeah, you ain't no virtuous woman. Get the fuck out of
Big
here.
Shirley.
That's the old people club. That's the club for the old people. They can't shake their ass no more and get in for free Friday night. So they get in for free Sunday
Yeah,
night.
they knee fucked up. They got gout in their ankles, so they gotta have the best hat.
And as soon as the music start playing, what they do? Shake their ass. It's the same old tricks, man. Let me know what you got, bro. That reminds me of virtue.
Yeah, all the scriptures I brought out on the left side.
I got the Google definition. It says virtue is having or showing high moral standards.
High moral standards. Now you ask them, oh, I got morals. Okay, cool. What are your morals based off on? Are they self-will? Are they based off a fucking Instagram reel that you see? Or are they based off the holy word of Yahweh Shemel Shah? If your moral is not based off the holy word of Yahweh Shemel Shah, the number one for that bitch that was down there last week, this is the number one selling book in the history of all books, bitch. I mean, it's just facts. Out of all religions, that's a fact.
That's
It's the
true.
number one selling book.
It is. Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's the truth.
That's right.
And it's not man's word, it's the holy word of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
That's right.
Passed down throughout generations.
That's right.
Translated from different versions. You got an NIV version. The man that had that translated, is it his words? No. He just had it translated, man. But these people are so wicked that they'll come up with any excuse to back their point. And the scripture say a man findeth an excuse for his own will. It's like evolution. Nigga, you that's a religion. It takes faith to believe in evolution. You didn't see a fucking monkey evolve into a human.
Right.
You believe upon that.
That's right.
You have faith. And when you tell her, they're like, yeah, nigga, you see how stupid you sound? That's why the scripture say man's wisdom is foolishness to the wisdom of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Talking about we in a religion. Nigga, you in a religion. Everybody believes something. You believe that the planets was formed out of nothing, the Big Bang. Did you see the Big Bang happen?
Is that Judith?
You just believe it on a theory. The nigga that came up with the theory didn't witness that.
Now, what does theory mean? Educated guess.
Educated guess.
So what? So you're guessing. So you're not 100% sure. You're guessing.
Yeah. So the nigga who came up with that, he guessed. And if you believe after that, then you have faith in that nigga's guess. So really, we got more tangible proof because it's artifacts that back up a lot of the stories within the Bible.
That's right. And that's what some of these Scientologists, I mean, some of the other, that's what they believe half the Bible or like certain parts of the Bible, but they don't believe the whole Bible.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is so a part of the Bible is true, so it means the whole thing must be true.
Yeah. Because all you gotta do is just look up, Noah's Ark. They got, historical facts on that. When you go out, because I was out in Arizona, last year, they actually got certain mountains, like in the top where it's like flooded from like the water, how high it had got during Noah's Ark. And then you got the Pillar of Salt, and then you also got the Euphrates River. There's so many different.
You got the tunnel. You got the tunnel that what's his name built? Was it Hezekiah's time?
I think I know what you're talking about.
They found that tunnel.
Yup.
They found so many artifacts to back up this. It's innumerable.
The 90.
And they keep denying it too.
The chariots.
Yep, I was watching a documentary over there in Israel. They excavate daily, and they're finding stuff, pots.
Yeah.
They found dice. They just find all type of stuff that backs up that the scriptures is true.
They found the wheels of the chariots
Yeah.
in the Red Sea at perfect 90-degree angles. Like they had the rubbish, that grows, the algae that grows on it, but they knocked it off. They knocked the algae off, and it's a wheel at a perfect 90-degree angle. You know what I mean?
The pyramids.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Well, hey, you look at the measurements of the pyramids over there to the measurements of the pyramids in Mexico and Peru and all that.
Yeah.
They're the same dimensions. The only thing off because of the land might have sunk or something. It might be like a 3 centimeter off type, thing because of the change in the earth. You know what I mean?
Look at this. They found 10 new major biblical artifacts just in 2022. And these are just the ones they published.
2022. That was last year.
So they constantly just finding stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Constantly finding stuff. And they found, not to mention, Hezekiah's, this is number 4. It says Hezekiah's monumental inscription, right? In October, archaeologist Eli Shapron, he found a fragment stone, and it has the inscription, and it refused heat near a pool connected to Hezekiah's tunnel. That's what I'm telling you about Hezekiah. Now, when you look at this inscription that they found near Hezekiah's tunnel, can brothers tell me the language that's on there?
That's the last one I got.
Come on.
Can brothers tell me the language that was found in the tunnel? How did niggas from the block, because some brothers are from the block, y'all call us niggas, how do we get this language over here?
Right.
So this is, and we can go on and on with archaeological evidence, but we deal with faith. Scriptures say faith is the hope for things not seen. You know what I'm saying? But if we have to, we can go that lane down there too. Or you fat people, we need facts. Now show me your facts of a monkey turning to a human. I'll wait for that.
What Cat Williams said. He said, if a monkey evolved into a human, why the fuck is there still monkeys?
Yeah, what is it still monkeys? Because the concept of evolution is evolving, so it's supposed to continually evolve.
Right.
Now when evolution happens, okay, your skin needs your blood to sustain itself. What evolved first, your skin or your blood? I'm talking about the evolutions because they can't sustain without each other. So their theory, evolution, it deflates. Because if your skin can't survive without the blood, that means they had to be created at the same time. Because evolution is a theory that it evolves over time. So that means your blood would have had to just been floating till skin came. That means it was formed in once.
Right.
Yeah, even the theory of the Big Bang, in order for those things to collide, some created those as well.
See, that's it right there. That should shut down right off rip. Something created whatever was out there.
Your flowers.
Matter
Your flowers can't sustain without what?
Sunlight.
Sunlight,
water.
but who comes around and keeps the flowers alive?
The bees.
Bees.
Right.
So what evolved first? The flower or the bees?
What was first, the chicken or the egg? Right? You know what I mean? That's stupid.
But so we can go down that route if we want to. So you can't. Come on, man. This is the truth, man. This is the truth.
Just a quick preset. Just to let you know.
Even these necklaces we got right now, right? Where we'll have brothers that have like their neck. Don't you know they found seals of the prophets? They used to wear their necklaces just like how we wear them, and they had their seals inscribed in the Paleo Hebrew. I'll pull it up for you. This shows you where them people coming, nothing going in the sun. They literally had necklaces like we're wearing right now, with their names prescribed.
Our hairstyles, so you can see the
brothers used to wear the bands,
the braids, the rubies, like everything, man.
Gold teeth.
Yeah. Gold, yep. You think you just now started cornrows? You know what I mean? Like, they got the waves. You see some drawings, the brothers spinning. 360. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
you know.
Yeah, you got it. This is 2 Timothy chapter 6, verse.
Did you finish that on Proverbs?
This is a quick preset.
This is cool.
Yeah, real quick. It says, Timothy 6:20 says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called, which some professing have erred concerning the faith." Man, so go to show you, man. All these oppositions like Scientology, all this stuff, man. Like I said, it's all false, man. You know, it has holes and it's contradictory, man. You know, it don't make no sense, man. Just like how, like the brother said, with Mikey evolving, that's impossible because Scripture clearly says that man can't mix with other animals, man. That's just flesh, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
look at this. The seals of Isaiah and King Hezekiah. So how do we get this language? This is the seal of Isaiah and the seal of King Hezekiah. It's the language we got now.
Yeah, remember we brought out Alex.
Show me the Yiddish.
Right.
Show me where the Yiddish is at on that.
You don't see that. But you remember, what was his name off of Fox? Alex
Jones.
Was it Alex Jones?
Oh,
No.
Glenn Beck.
Glenn Betts. Ben Salata.
Yeah.
The water. Glenn Beck. When he right on live air, he's looking at the Back Creek Stone and all that with the Lashawan Kodash on it, and he's like, yo, what the? He lost his job off of that, man. So you can't tell me that this isn't real. You know, this ain't the truth.
Especially the next day.
Yeah, he said, what's going on? What is going on here? You know, it wasn't what the brother said. It was the ain't Paleo Hebrew on it.
Yeah, because the scriptures speak about, the 4 major kingdoms. Did not those kingdoms exist? So that's proof alone showing you that the scriptures are real, man. This book is life, and it's a living water. It's constantly moving. The same things that happened in the past are happening now.
And even now that they okayed, what was it, the FDA that okayed your boy to do the brain thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the word, but we all go on social media. I even see celebrities saying, "Oh, it's the mark. It's the mark."
Yeah, you got
it's
some people in the conversation.
But that's what I'm saying, though. This is why we say this is the only living book, because everything that's happening now is here. It's jumping off the pages right now. Now you could, indulge in your drugs and your music and your Instagram all you want, but that don't take the truth away from this.
Yeah, when you dive into the spiritual realm and you see what it is, you people are gonna be in major regret now. And this is just a small existence that we're living in right now. This shit is, like the scripture say, our lives disappear like a vapor. You live 60 years, 70 years, what the fuck is that in the scope of time? What the fuck is living 80 years in the scope of 100 years? What the fuck is that in the scope of time?
Right.
That's nothing. And then you spent more than half of that slavery. And then you ain't traveled nowhere. Look at all these old people that don't retire. They don't know what's on the earth. They ain't been on where they ain't experiencing shit. They ain't experienced shit. All they knew was they city, their job, and the people that they were around during that time. Might have had a favorite drink, they went to the bar and got, man, you ain't lived. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't did shit. So not only did you want to live for like 60, 70, 80 years, you ain't do shit. You ain't go nowhere. You don't even know. You You spent your whole life not even knowing why the planets are there, why the stars are there. What is the purpose of life when you just die? So that shows you this ain't the end all be all.
Right.
The end all be all is when Yahweh Shah comes back to this throne.
More talk.
That's when life begins. We're not putting here right now to live. To live is to be in righteousness. We're here to suffer and serve. To go through the straight and narrow. That's what these niggas in the world got confused. YOLO, you don't live once, we gotta live our life. Nigga, you not living.
That's from Eden.
You forcing it, nigga. You forcing it. That's what you doing. Your life is miserable, so you wait till Friday, Saturday to show your ass before Monday comes. Clock back in.
Yeah, Monday come.
You on the interstate flicking people off. Everybody cutting each other off, trying to get to work. I'm late, bitch, I'm late. Fuck you, nigga.
Throwing a shot of liquor back in their car or hit the blunt twice before they put it out before they go and punch in and shit.
Definitely the cigarette. I'm feeling like a cigarette. Especially no break, no 5-minute break.
Drinking coffees back to back.
You gotta got a cigarette break though. You know what I mean? You can't take a break, but you can take a cigarette.
Right.
That Monday always the quietest too. Monday always the quietest day.
You gotta
In the morning, niggas just nigga don't say nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you gotta kind of feel whoever you work with, you gotta feel
You
them out
gotta feel
like.
the energy. Nigga, I ain't tuned in yet. The weekend, wait, talk to me Wednesday. Let me lock in. You know, that's how I feel. You know, I be in the station shit quiet as hell. Niggas just still trying to snap out of that weekend shit. We back in this. That show you is slavery, bro. Everybody, we don't know each other. We really don't vibe. They call it your work family. Bullshit. You niggas ain't gonna die for me, ride for me. Fuck out of here. Y'all ain't my family.
Yeah, because Tim really wanted your position the whole time. You know?
We just forced to work together. Just like we was forced to go to school with these niggas. So you built relationships, but that don't mean the relationships matter. In the eyes of the Lord, it was supposed to be there. So of course you're gonna build relationships around people you with, but that don't mean it matters. This was organic. What you see up here was organic. We wasn't forced. You know what I'm saying? Don't force from this. No, the spirit brought us in just jail with all the brothers. This is organic. This is real. No, I gotta be here to make money.
The spirit jumped on brothers to walk up here or get in touch with brothers to the point where some brothers felt convicted for not coming. That was, I know that was me. I said, man, I gotta come up out here, man.
And it's kind of like when you working out, right? When you don't work out, you don't give a fuck about it. But when you start having a routine, and it's like I gotta do it. And when you don't do it, on your like a rest day, you feel like shit. Because you built repetitions. Your mind, you don't unleash them chemicals in the brain. And your brain is like, nigga, you're supposed to be working up on me, right? Just like the truth. When you constantly doing it, it becomes a part of you. So your brain has learned what it is. When you don't do it, it's like, what the fuck? I feel empty. I feel weird. Something going on. I feel off. Like when the weather was bad that one time, we couldn't get.
Yeah, it was too crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You like, yo, because you can't go do no whirly shit. And then it's camp, so you like, how you doing camp? Because, bro, we done sacrifice our Saturdays for like, you know what I'm saying? Damn decade. You know what I'm saying? It's strange to, you know what I'm saying? You base your whole life around it, so when you can't, like when the family of the word comes, all brothers are gonna feel weird as hell. It's gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah, kind
of. Reaching for their garment.
I gotta take my soul with me on Saturday.
It's gonna be a whole new level. It's gonna be a whole new stage we enter into. Even videos, you ain't gonna be able to put videos up. The whole family, brothers are gonna feel like, whoa, what we do? But the spirit is gonna direct us to, it's the next step of the story. You know? Next chapter. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is
It's like LeBron James, right? They tell this nigga, oh, he gotta retire. This nigga been playing ball since he was in diapers. That's not something you can just give up. That's why you see Floyd Mayweather doing exhibition fights. That's who they are. And when they don't do it, he's doing exhibition fights.
No.
So when they don't do it, they feel like shit. They feel empty in the inside. So they got to surround themselves around the sports still.
Yeah.
You'll see Michael Jordan sitting on the fucking Charlotte Bob. Just want to be a part of the game still because they feel empty without it.
You got all them old basketball players joining Ice Cube's league.
Yeah,
3-on-3.
yeah.
This nigga 55 still trying to call for a post up.
What y'all doing there?
What's up, man? It's the love of it. You know, it's a labor of love. So just like us in this truth, we have become this. We have grown into this. This is who we are. Without it, we're nothing. And it's so beautiful because this is our heritage. So it's nothing better to be a part of than this. You know, I just play ball in the world, man. Fuck the basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. But if I don't have this, it's like, yo, I'm dead inside. Literally, I feel dead inside. When I'm in the world, if I ain't even no ball in the truth, I feel dead. Even if you in a shorty, it's like, look, man, just let me fuck so I can get the fuck out. It's like, cause you playing the game, you just talking the sweet talk. I really don't give a fuck about what you talking about, unless you talk about some some shit I care about, which is rare. So you sitting there like, oh, okay, yeah. You trying to make her laugh and shit. So she's comfortable around. You know, like I said, our spiritual problem, communities. We know how to do this shit. And we like, what's she gonna get the panties on? What's she gonna get the panties on? You know? But when you in the truth, you feel fulfilled. You know? You feel alive, you feel exhilarated, you know?
You feel it through the spirit, man.
You feel it. You feel that boost. As soon as you come to camp, you feel that boost. You feel like, I got what this is what I'm going to provide. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures in Matthew says, look, when 2 or 3 are gathered, there I am in the midst of you. It's Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah tells us that he keeps our candle lit.
That's right.
He keeps the smoldering wick lit. He quenches not the fire. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It's Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10.
It says it's the spirit if that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. See, everything in the world is fleshly, and this is spiritual. So, but the spirit quickens, so it makes you feel alive. People in the world don't feel alive. That's why they got to get their next fix quick. Whether it be going to the bar, going to a strip club, or taking a drug, or going to a concert all the damn time, just to get the next quick fix.
Yep.
That's why you can see, like I'm almost done with Snowfall, but you can see how that era. It's easy for Jake to get attached to something like that because you're dealing with oppression, you're dealing with slavery, you're dealing with this world. So that drug gave them an escape from reality, and it became their outlet. You know, but that was a horrible outlet. It destroyed communities. You know, but this is the outlet that you want. This is the perfect outlet because it doesn't harm you. It only builds you and help you. Now it will break you down. It will expose your impurities. It will cut you. At times it'll rebuke the shit out of you. But you gotta be man enough to look the man in the mirror, take the mold out your eyes, like, yeah, I need to correct this, I need to correct that. You know what I'm saying? And keep it pushing. Because this is, it's only gonna build you up. Everything in the world will tear you down because the flesh profiteth nothing. The world is fleshly. So that woman in the world that you think is helping you for it profiteth nothing. That's why when she leaves you, after you get that nut, it's like you don't feel shit. You know what I'm saying? You're dead in the inside. You get money. You get some extra money. Okay, what you gonna buy? Some more sneakers? You update your subscription. You may go on a little trip. You really ain't putting life in you like that. When you around the brother, when you both in his word, you feel lively, you know. So how much more the kingdom? Because the whole kingdom gonna be spiritual. Even though we gonna be it's like our bodies are gonna be fleshly, but they're gonna have the appearance of flesh, but they're gonna be spiritual bodies. The kingdom is gonna have the appearance of a fleshly kingdom, but it's gonna be a spiritual kingdom. Because it's gonna be on earth, but don't get it twisted. Everything you see is gonna be spiritual, because it's gonna be based off of the word of Yahweh Shah. You know, the scripture describes the kingdom, the gates, you know, of each tribe, which is really who brought it out last week? The Edomite dude, right? He brought out the scripture. These things were foreshadowed. You don't even know what the fuck that's talking about. Like the tabernacle, for instance, you had 3 tribes at each entrance. That's how the kingdom of heaven is going to be built. You got gate, this side is for Zebulon, Simeon, that side is for Judah, Benjamin, this side is for Benjamin. This gate entrance is for this nation. That's how the kingdom is going to be. It's going to be, the blueprint was the tabernacle, Moses' tabernacle. Moses is King David. King David's coming back and sitting on the throne. You know? Everything coming full circle. Made out of precious rubies.
Yeah, it says in Revelation.
Streets made of pure gold where you can see your face. It said it's transparent glass. Come on, man. Your mirror in your bathroom don't even clean. Man, we're going to a whole nother level, bro. Whole nother level. Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10.
But see, the natural way is not, it don't feel good. It's not easy. Like when you go on a diet or you go on a fast, it hurts, especially in the beginning. You start working out, it hurts. Going back to being natural and working on yourself hurts. So the truth coming into the real life is going to hurt. It's going to hurt breaking off the old man. It's going to hurt with you. It's going to hurt knowing you're a Hebrew Israelite, you still got to work a 9 to 5 and be amongst these fucking peons, these low-level thinking people. They don't know what life is. It's going to hurt, but that's how you get the righteousness, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies?
You got an etymology or us? Virtue, yeah, was everything there.
Also on the for the Google it says chase typically used of a woman.
Chase. You women ain't chase. So this scripture can be talking about the natural woman. It's talking about wisdom. Who can put a price on wisdom? So women, you demonic ass women that devalue the common man. You don't value a man by how much money is in his pocket. You value a man by the words of Yahweh Shem, the way he walked. If you feel Yahweh Shem, that's a man you need to be amongst. He ain't gonna be a perfect man, but that's the man you need to be amongst, because he's gonna be a cold from the wind. He's gonna be how your ass gets saved. Drake can't save you in the day of trouble.
That's right.
Chris Brown can't save you in the day of trouble. They had a little run. It was a nice little run, cool. They was the so-called giants of this time. LeBron James, the chicks at the side court, hoping LeBron take them back to the hotel room. This is the type of shit that goes on with these. You go to these NBA games, chicks all around, just waiting for. So I hope he sees me, picks me tonight. You know, you go to these concerts, these bitches literally. Then you have the backstage where they can meet and greet the celebrities. They do that so they hope this nigga choose them. We gonna be the celebrities in that day, man. Lord willing, we be found worthy, but our value ain't gonna be based off of how much money we got. Our value is gonna be based off our morals and conduct within Yahweh Shema Shah.
That's right.
The wisdom that's been bestowed upon us from Yahweh Shema Shah.
That's what the scripture talks about, how what man shall find tried as gold, man.
Yep.
Precious stones, man. But man is more precious than fine, gold, man. You know, but you gotta believe that, and we know that's true, man. Because what? There are way more, 10 times more women than men. You know, man. That's a proven fact.
Yep. Because them niggas are gonna cave when all hell break loose. We not. Even if you try to put a elect brother to death, he's not gonna cave. You can't do it. There's no price he can't be bought out. You know, he's not gonna snitch. He's not gonna tell. You just gotta send him back to the spirit realm. If you get hands on him, because he's not gonna forsake his power. You know, he could do like the brothers did. The brothers did during the time when they forced him to eat pork. My brother said, "Look, man, I seen my brother get his." Now he was cool coming down.
Got that spirit on him, man.
The young brother said, "Look, I seen my brother get his tongue cut out. See my other brother get. I'm ready to go now too. Fuck you." See, that's the spirit. He come by us every camp. That's an actual spirit, because he walks past us every camp. That's a spirit. You know, it's a left hand side spirit, but it's still a spirit.
It says Proverbs 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies? The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that...
Now, women in these towns would be like, I'm doing all this.
We equal. I'm planting the vineyard. I'm out here working. I'm cooking. We equal. It's 50-50 in the house.
But like I always say, if it's 50-50, if it's equal, when it's time to make the final decision within the household, who's gonna have the final say? If we're both equal, if nobody's ahead of each other, who has the final say when the child comes and says, "Mommy, I wanna go out with my friends," and the father says, "No, I told you to clean your room. You didn't clean your room." Mom,
Stop being mean and let him go.
y'all 50-50. Who got the final say? Y'all equal. But see, if you go by Corinthians, when the man is the head, then the man has the final say. But if you go by the world, then Keisha the head, and she get the final say, and that's what's happening. Keisha get the final say.
Go on little Tyrone. This nigga like, yeah, fuck daddy ain't got no pool in the house. Fuck nigga.
That's what he tell his friends. The unrighteous society, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says she girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms.
But see, in Canaan, daddy gonna have the final say on everything. Our daughters gonna date who we tell them to date. They're gonna be married to who we tell them to marry. Our sons are gonna do what we tell them to do. Our wives ain't gonna have no say. You know what I'm saying? If we want something, if I want to take my sons on a 5-year journey to planet whatever, Bubblefuck, why my wives can't say shit? I'm taking my sons for 5 years. You'll see them in 5 years. That's my Lord. That's what the kingdom gonna be like. You can say, I'm taking my son on a trip, a 4-hour trip.
No, the fuck you ain't. You ain't taking my son.
That's what the fuck you gotta do in these times, man.
See, everything gonna be in order, and so they not even gonna, pop off like that. Yeah, they might miss their sons, but it ain't gonna be like that, man. As long as we be in our inward parts, everything's gonna be in order. What's that? 1 Corinthians 11th chapter. Order.
It's like when Abraham was about to sacrifice Isaac. His wife ain't say,
You ain't about to kill my son. Don't you touch my son.
that ain't her son. First and foremost, that's the Lord's son. Secondly, it's Abraham's son. You know?
It says she perceiveth that her merchandise is good.
You can't even take your own kids somewhere without fucking somebody intervening. In today's, that shit crazy. It's a motherfucker. They say you kidnapped the nigga. Let you pick your kid up from school. Don't tell the mama.
He's been kidnapped. She been kidnapped.
My own father.
Because she's the custodial parent.
That shit is wild.
Automatically, they always give the woman the custodial rights. You can have joint custody. Say, man and woman have a child, but they're not together. Y'all might be have joint custody, but the woman's automatically given the right of custodial parent. So like the brother said, that's why if you go pick her up from school without letting the mother know, he could get locked up. Because that's considered kidnapping in this wicked ass society. You done came from my nuts, but I'm kidnapping. You know what I mean? How that makes sense?
Yep. But everything's gonna be turned right side up in the kingdom.
Yeah.
What the man say goes, because we got the authority from the Most High.
And that's how the Lord set it up.
My house gonna look like, our palace is gonna look like what we want it to look like. Now, it's our decision if we want our wives to take the lead on that. But they don't do it without our say so. You come home and your crib just rearranged. That's wickedness, man.
What the fuck you put my goddamn blender at? Oh, well, I put it over there because it looked good. What the fuck? I'm used to my blender being in the fucking corner. Why you touching my shit? Well, it's all, I don't like that clutter over there.
You like, hey, fuck. See, you a lion in a fucking zoo. You restrained. And you go to your man cave, you try to go to your man cave, watch the game. And then all you hear is, boop, 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 boop. Hey!
He said, hey,
You're like, fuck! You can't even get a fucking break in your man cave. And that's when you get those men that they sitting in that chair that spin around with the revolver.
Yeah.
The nigga just thinking. But today be the day I fucking read this bitch. You see that video that Edomite that shot himself at the computer?
Yeah.
That nigga just left. Said, guys, I'm gone.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, he was on the live. She said, guys, I'm gone. I can't do it. That nigga.
His face, man. I was like, wow.
You know?
I always make me think of that, the old white Edomite that comes home, can't really stand his family. The first thing he do, he goes in his coordinates, whatever, and they go straight to the scotch. You know, they pour it in the nice crystal. First thing they do, and you know, they get the little tongs with they don't got ice cubes, they got a ball of ice that's perfectly round. Boom! Pour it, throw one back, look at his wife, pour another double.
Not to mention, he was at the bar before he even got there. He stumbled in the crib. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to go home. Fucking Bob, I gotta go home to fucking Susan.
That bitch.
Bob, you know you gotta fucking go home. I'll give you one more round. You know?
Alright.
Give it to me.
That nigga swerving to the creek.
And they showed that too during the COVID times, man.
Yeah. They said
we had to
domestic
force
abuse went up.
Yeah, and they had to force themselves. And like I said, a lot of divorces would do that thing too.
Because they found out they didn't like the motherfucker that they was with. Because you never really see the person you with because you both at work, different times of the day. You only see each other certain hours of the day. And you got to stay home with that nigga. But I don't like it. You know? So, hey man, and we joking about it, but this shit is real. This is facts. This is what the fuck goes on to people's marriages. A lot of people are just in marriages for for financial stability. Like you look at the houses they live in, they can't live in them houses by themselves. So to continue to pay those mortgages, they stay together. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll use the kids as an excuse. Like a lot of men, they'll stay around just until the kids get older. Then he won't tell the woman, yeah, I'm gonna leave this bitch once these kids graduate. You know, they really don't want to be around each other. Why? Because you restrain men. A man is not supposed to be with no fucking one woman for all his days. Are you out of your fucking mind? You know how many different type of women are out here? Different bodies, different faces, different personalities. And I'm supposed to be with your one ass for all my days?
You see her through all her stages, her ugly stage.
And then you don't even put no nice shit on for me. Like, you got a fucking bonnet on and some fucking raggedy ass sweatpants.
Grandma gown on.
Yeah. With a lingerie with a plate of blueberry muffins waiting on me. Shit, they don't even try that shit no more. Because I was talking to an older Edomite, he said women used to do that back in his day. He said, look, not only did they used to cook for us when we came home, they used to have some lingerie on just in case we wanted to, have sex with them. You know? So this shit is totally out of whack, man. Where we at, bro?
Proverbs 31 and verse 18. She perceived that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She led her hands to the spindle, her hands hold the distaff. She stretches out her hand to the poor, yet she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple.
Just like women shouldn't value us for our money, we shouldn't put the value of a woman's worth in her looks. A woman can be the prettiest woman you ever saw. Just think of your perfect type. You know, that's not what her value lies in. Her value lies in what we're reading. You know, how she conducts herself as a woman. You know, that's why you see a lot of brothers go for the mediocre looking woman because she's more closer to these traits. She ain't at these traits, but she's closer to them than the bitch that's outright gorgeous, a complete demon, prideful, hardy, wants to do what she want to do when she want to do it. You can't tell her no. As soon as you tell her no, she becomes a complete demon. You can't even tell your woman no. No, I don't want you to do that. Nigga, I'm gonna do what I want to. That's really what it is. If she says she ain't gonna do it, it's because she wants to, listen to you at that moment in time. But if she really want to do something, she'll do it. We don't have no control over our women. You know? I don't want you to go out with your friends this week. Why? That's the first thing she gonna say. Why? Because I just don't want you to go. I want you to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you all out and about. Nigga, you ain't my daddy. I'm gone. And it's like, damn, I gotta stay with her because that's the only box I got. Niggas in a low predicament, man.
But then they'll say, "Oh, I'll be submissive to a man that's ready to leave." Bitch, I just told you, sit in the house.
I just told you to sit the fuck down. You know, so it can't be 50-50 in the house. It has to be man being the head. You know, and men we don't make decisions off emotions unless you're just an emotional nigga that was raised by a woman. You need to break away from that shit. A real man don't lead by emotions. You lead by what is right. Logic. So that's why men are supposed to be put in charge. A woman is gonna make a decision about how she feels at that moment in time. And however she feel right then and there is how she gonna react. A real man, no matter if he mad, sad, depressed, he gonna base his decision off of logic. You know, nah, I can't do that. We gotta do it this way. You know, women should not be in charge of any goddamn thing because kids can get over on a woman like that. They just appeal to her emotions.
Hey mom, you look nice today, mom. I like your dress, mom. Mom, you're the most beautiful mom in the whole world. She's like, oh, that's my baby.
You come to daddy with that shit, little nigga, what the fuck?
And you gotta remember, women,
It's soft shit. You know what I'm saying?
they get that bond with them while that fetus is growing. I remember my first child, both. You know, as soon as the baby came out, the mother just broke down crying. You know what I mean? Because it's such an emotional thing. So every time the woman is looking at her child, even if she's mad, that sometimes that child can get away with something because that connection is there. I held you, all that emotion I went through, you know what I mean? That's why they can get it. Us, you know, they come out our nuts. We ain't, you know. Well, nigga, what I tell you?
Which is why they always look at their child as their children. No matter if you're 50, 60, your mom is always going to look at you as her baby. Because she carries you in and you're a part of her, which is how she's supposed to look at you, because she's the nurturer. But what happened, what's wrong is the devil is telling the nurturer she's the leader. And now she's fucking confused because she's leading with fucking emotions. No, you gonna nurture the child and never told him what to fucking do and he does it. You're gonna be alright, but you gotta listen to your father. Now come now, let me help you do what he told you to do. That's how you nurture. You don't go over and say, nah, don't make him do that. You're in the wrong position now. You're the nurturer, I'm the leader. I'm gonna be hard on him. You wanna color him after the fact? I don't give a fuck. Just make sure you do the fuck I told you.
Yeah. Remember last week we were talking about how that we going through this because we haven't listened to the Heavenly Father and He kicking our ass. You know, our father will kick our ass for what? Correction. The mother sometimes, even though she knows that the child is in wrong, she'll coddle him. That's not correcting. Now he think he can go out here and keep behaving in a manner. Oh, it's all cool because my mom is going to forgive me and make sure everything's straight. Nah, that's why a woman should not be above a man. Straight up.
So it's first time your son disrespects a man, he gonna try his father first. Because when he becomes a teenager, that's who he gonna try, the first man that he's around. And it's up to you to make sure he learns that lesson. And you can't just run up on him anymore. When you chin check him that first time, oh shit, that's what a man feels like. When he learns, okay, I can't do no dumb shit like that. My shit will be fucked up. You know? But women won't even allow that to happen. And that's a beautiful thing for a father to be. That's why I love that show Invincible, because it shows you how a father. He would say, he said, look, what's 17 more years? I'll make another son. You want to fucking do what the fuck I tell you? Start beat his teeth out. And people watching this shit like, what the? Oh my God, this is horrible. But I'm looking at that shit. Yeah, nigga, you don't want to be a god? You don't want to rule planet Earth, nigga?
I gotta read the comic though.
The only reason I ain't gonna read it is because they got next season's coming home. Spoil it for myself. But I did see how it ends, though. This shit is dope. This shit is crazy dope.
He kicked that nigga from way from this planet.
Because you got way stronger vulture mics. Way stronger vulture mics.
It's like Superman.
Oh, you never seen it, bro?
No.
All brothers got one. Amazon Prime.
I never watched it.
Amazon Prime.
It's called Omni-Man. Yo, that shit.
Because they talking about us. They call them virtual mics, Israelites, virtual mics. And you see that they wear all white on their planet. But they're basically gods. They live for thousands of years. Now, I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's worth watching for that last episode. You know? Because it shows you how a father supposed to deal with his son. Even the Lord tells us, look, wink not at your son's father. When he act like a little goofball, you're not supposed to be like, oh, that's cute. You're supposed to look at him with that stern look. Like, so when he look up at you, he straighten up.
That's the spirit you said that.
You know, he don't keep being a fucking goofy. He see his papa,
Good times.
you know?
Like good JJ and James. JJ can goof around all day, make the girls laugh. John Amos make that ugly face. What you doing, JJ? You know what I mean?
I was at when I was at Whole Foods, I was with my son. It was the first time he could sit in like the little the push cart. So he, you know, when he gets sleepy, he laugh and he loud in there on the store. So then my rich laugh at him, but then I look at him, he get all scared. He like, oh,
That's
shit.
right, though.
So
That's
then my
right.
rich, she like, why you looking at him? Like, you get scared? I said, I don't care. He loud as fucking the
Yeah,
store. Like,
yeah.
you need to shut the hell up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, matter of fact, brother, give me that Ciroc 30. Ciroc 30.
I can-
Stole that verse
I got it.
You got it?
Ciroc 30. And start at verse 9.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 30,
Matter
verse
of
9.
fact, start at the top.
All right, cool. Sirach 30, starting at the top, says, "He that loveth his son causeth him oft to fill the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end."
Because the rod brings what? The rod represents, when the scripture said, thy rod and thy staff comfort me. A staff, what do you do with a staff? You lean on it. So that's the word. But what, the rod is what? Correction. So if you love your son, you're going to correct him. Go ahead.
He that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son greeteth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Because he's not sitting watching Hey Arnold all goddamn day. He reading at 1 p.m. He doing a sport or some type of combat at this time. You know, he got another task to do, cleaning. His day is fulfilled with duties, purpose. So by the time it's nighttime, he eat, go sleep, and do it all over again. He ain't just a child doing goofy shit all goddamn day. He building a man. You know, okay?
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind him that is like himself.
See, and I was looking at, you applied to a nigga in the world, this nigga Carmelo just retired. I looked at his retire video, he was like, yo, fuck me. Son, everything that I've done is in you now. It's your time to take the legacy and go.
He nice too.
He said, everything I've done, I'm instilling in you, but that's how a father looks at his son. Now that's some bullshit basketball, but applying it to the spiritual side, you have a son, you want to instill every moral aspect of Yahweh that you can in him, starting from the time, they say from the ages, he's born up to like 5, 6, or the most crucial time. That's when they soaking everything up. That's why the scripture say by the time you're 12, 13 years old, in the Lord's eyes. Because y'all, by that time, you're already supposed to have these things instilled in you. That's why you look at preteens and teenagers, they showing their ass. Because they at that age now where they feel like, yeah, I got some pull. But they wasn't raised right, so they're doing dumb nigga shit, so people call them kids. No, it's how you raised them. Because you raise them properly, they'll be conducting themselves. Hey, how you doing, son? How you doing? I've seen it. I've seen certain kids, 10 years old, like, damn, that's a fucking adult. Where you carry yourself, man? It's what you instill in somebody. That's why you have somebody that's 40 years old on his mama couch scratching his head, playing video games on it. Nigga ain't never matured. He never was, nothing was instilled in him. You're not a child based on the age that Esau tells you are. You're a child based on how you conduct yourself, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5, while he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful.
Even with children in the eyes of the Lord. Now the scripture say that we have to be born again. We have to be made like children. We have to be taught anew. Right? Go ahead.
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
So not only is he a kind man, but he also knows his father's enemies. So if his father's had dealing with some shiesty niggas, and let's say his father was a carpenter, but he had some dealings with some wicked ass carpenters that used to undercut him, sell him some bullshit ass wood. His son comes up, I remember what y'all did with my father. His son takes over the business. Like, I'm making my sole purpose to take you niggas out of business. I'm gonna take y'all customers. Because you didn't steal he carrying your legacy. That's what you leaving behind, man. Not some nigga that's smoking weed, listen to rap all goddamn day long. You know what I'm saying? This is just nothing. Go ahead, bro.
He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. A horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful.
See? A horse not broken become headstrong. You gotta break. As soon as you see him go off, beat his ass. But don't just beat him and don't steal nothing. Just like when a brother comes up that's new, We cut them with the word, we break them down, but after we break them down, we what? We build them up. Right? You beat your child ass, now you sit him down and you start instilling in him why you did it, why he shouldn't do that. You still in him the right way. But you do it at the early ages. You don't wait until the nigga's 13, 14, he already been polluted by the world. Because by then he's already been polluted. You know, it's gonna be hard now. But now he got two sides now that he's battling. Well, you trying to come in my life now, Pops, but you know what I'm saying? I got a little posse at school. We do this, you know, this nigga got his own way of thinking. He his favorite rapper, Juice WRLD, and told him to act like this. You know? They got purple dreads. You know? You gotta get them when they coming out. So here.
Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
See? Playing with him all the damn time. You know? Conquer means to cuddle. You know?
Look at the relationship between John Morant and his father. You know, they more like homies and brothers, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, now this guy's at a level in this world where he can be set for life. If this life was to continue to keep going on, he can leave what's it called, financial legacy or whatever to his children's children. He got caught playing around with the pistol the first time, got suspended, and now he played again and pulled out another pistol on live. Yeah. That shows you that the relationship between him and his father wasn't, you know, he wasn't strict. You know what I mean? He wasn't on his ass. You know what I mean? That's his homie. You know what I mean? No, it's cool to have that, you know, relationship, but you still have to have that order. You know, be afraid. Well, have respect, where you won't bullshit like that again. You know? You want to continue?
Yes, brother.
Verse 10. It says, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his folly.
See, in his youth, give him no liberty. So when they young, before they reach the preteen and teenage age, you supposed to be on their ass. Get your ass, get over. Because their kids are very impressionable. He'll run it, and they looking up at you. I got on my route is geese, and when the geese are just born now, so they got baby geese, and the baby geese is falling everywhere they go. They just fall in every footstep. They don't even look no other way. They just wherever their parents go, they follow. When their parents start to eat, they stop to eat. That's how our kids are in the world, right? You have a kid, they just looking at you, observing your ways. That's why if you ever see a baby, their eyes are just moving rapidly. Because the brain is soaking up everything that they see. You know? And by the time they're able to start saying, Dad, Mama, okay, now they're able to start learning. We're still little. That's why you have these rare instances where you'll see a 10-year-old fucking genius. You know, they had this nigga on the scene, he was like 10 years old, cutting the damn evolution through Neil Tyson. Cutting this nigga 10. He already graduated college, 10 years old, bro. He up there with a suit, cutting this nigga. You saw that shit? So they started him as soon as he came out of the room. Sit your ass down, get in there. And that's what he is. You know? Go ahead, bro. But we wasn't raised like that because our parents didn't know. We was all. God damn. But all of us, we were children left to ourselves, basically. You know, whatever we did in our free time, that's what raised us, man. You know, we started idolizing celebrities, rappers, sports players. You hang out with your boys, you doing shit you ain't supposed to do, you trespassing over this shit. The boy get locked up. You know, you're doing all type of crazy shit. We all got stories of shit we did, and you like, damn, how the fuck did we do that thing and that shit? Because you was kids left to yourself. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart.
So is that abuse or is that the righteous way? The Lord said, beat his ass. The world tells you no, that's abuse. Well, I guess what the Lord do to us as a nation? You see what he did to his children as a nation? Now he used Esau to do it, but man, you talking about beating ass. Whelps. You talking about whelps.
Yeah, here it is now. We can't put our hands on our children. And isn't this the worst of the worst of the worst of our children right now? This Generation Z. Look what's going on. Even the violence. They ain't even snuffing nobody no more. They got beef. If they do get beat up, they gonna run home, get on live. It's over for you niggas. And go back and you know when they catch dudes slipping, they let them up. Man, now you can watch the drills that these kids is running. They getting in the car, hopping out, and just dumping. You know what I mean? This is the worst of the worst of our children. And look, we can't even chastise them. We can't. You brought it out where the boy and the girl was in the bathroom playing around with a pistol with a drum on it. She accidentally let it off, killed her friend. You know, when we was coming up and we had them things, we wasn't playing around taking, you not to play around like that, you know what I'm saying?
Child left to themselves.
He told me the video when the girl shot at the boy in the head.
Yeah, then she killed herself. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not even the fact of them not being able to touch a gun. That ain't the problem. Because you can't teach your son the art of warfare. In the ancient times, you give your son a sword. Because you see Esau teaching their kids how to hold guns. Their kids ain't going to have a gun not knowing what to do with it in the bathroom, acting like a fucking rapper. Because they've been raised properly. They know, this is a deadly weapon that I use to attack either hunting or if I want to kill somebody when I need to. I'm going to let me put this weapon on. And I grab it when I need it. A nigga that want to emulate a rapper, yeah, nigga, look what I got. Yeah, nigga, you got one of these.
Killing ourselves by accident. We the only nation that's doing that.
Yeah.
Trying to show off. Damn it, knock
You ain't got one of these, like fucking Tupac and Juice. Yeah, look like that. I got the juice now. Niggas, I'm in control. Why are you in control?
I just see some
I'm the one with the gun.
Yeah, that's right. I
That
just
dude was
see
crazy,
some
man.
fool.
Tupac was crazy, man.
I just man,
Yeah.
I just seen some fool. He on live. He got beef with cats. He got a little. Look like might have been a deuce. He's swinging around his head, just talking shit. That bitch almost knocked his head off. He dropped to the ground. You know, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but
Fucking goofy.
but back to the point I'm bringing that out is we can't even correct our children right. What he did. Look what he did when he was coming up. Billy was acting up. Billy, go stand in the corner. That shit ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? Billy still grew up to be a damn menace. You know what I mean? You gotta whoop your child ass. Ain't nothing like pain. Well, J. Cole said you put your hand on fire, you pull it back because you're gonna burn your hand. You know what pain feels like. You know what I'm saying?
So it's all about how you raise your children. It has nothing to do with. That's why people so got them emotional. Society is ran by emotions, not by logic.
That's right.
Oh, y'all looking at 13-year-olds as women.
They all fucking women. The Lord said they're women. Now, if you're not attracted to it, that's not your thing. But we ain't telling you to go lay with no fucking 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old. We ain't telling you to do that, but we're telling you when the time comes and the law is instituted properly, brothers will be betrothing 12-year-olds and putting them in harems. That's orderly. Out here with an 18-year-old, 20-year-old that been with 5 different men, that's not orderly. Having someone locked up and waiting for you to come up to them, that's horrible. Because you know where she at, she ain't out running about. Even though the nation still keeps that custom, right?
Mm-hmm. It's only over here that have an issue with that. It's
Here
only over here.
she horny in middle school, got breasts now, and she fucking, just fucking. Parents don't even know. She getting fucked in the bathroom. I seen this shit in middle school. She coming out of a boy's bathroom. I seen a bitch get fingered in science class, bro, middle school. I'm looking, and I knew the chick, and I knew that she had a crush on me, but I knew she had never been with men, right? And the dude, he one of them niggas that was held back. fucking held back 7 times.
Yeah.
So he had the courage. He had the courage we ain't had. So they, bro, you know when they used to shut the lights off for PowerPoint?
Yeah. Oh my
The
god.
lights go off for the PowerPoint, and I'm like, wow. So I look up. And I see her face. She got that shy, like uncomfortable look. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And I look over at her. I'm like, oh shit! That nigga fuck out of stuff, and I'm young as shit. Damn! And she just, you can see her just going because that's her first time. I knew the chick. I knew she had never. We just came out of elementary, but this shit great. She like, you know. And then after we got out of class, I see her run to one of her friends, and she was telling her about what happened. I seen this shit how it happened. Now, what's orderly? Sending your daughter off to get banged up by some fucking nigga that was held back. This nigga like a fucking adult. We all knew them niggas. Them niggas ain't bring no backpacks.
He a 3-time eighth grader.
Nigga got a big ass white tee, full beard, big ass white tee.
One pencil in the ear.
This nigga running up for you. Yo, what's up, little nigga?
Damn, man, you always fucking with me.
Hey,
Nigga, oh
she's like, you
shit.
my little bro, you cool.
Hey, shut on, baby. Nigga always fucking with this nigga supposed to be graduating high school. He in fucking middle school. And you can't do shit, the nigga will beat your ass.
That nigga dunking on your
This
ass.
nigga got full testosterone. You just now entering puberty. You like, nigga, what the fuck you need? I can fight these niggas with your big ass.
He dunking on you with that jazz.
Bro, I remember that nigga clearly, bro. It's like, and then I had one of my friends like, this nigga left me hanging. Like, bro, that's what you did. That nigga fucking with you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But it shows you, look, you want to send your daughter off to that type of environment, or do you want to betroth her to a man? Look, my daughter's coming of age. Like, she in wrestling. She reached puberty. She got a period. I'm about to find a man to betroth her to. If you need to, put a chastity belt on her ass. Come here. Get your wife, mother. I got this girl, put this on her. I got the key. That's what men used to do, Angel. Put a chastity belt on the girl. He got the key. If you had to send her out, you right? So now you know hey, you can't touch her. You know?
Yeah, and in this society, the average man be like, ain't nobody touching my baby. Ain't nobody touching my daughter. You know what I mean? So they won't even, the thought process of having your daughter set up with this man that has his stuff together. A lot of men can't even fathom that because they want their baby to be a princess forever.
It's ran off emotions, not by the way you how much you want to share.
And now I'm telling you, your princess got tossed
Already.
around in all different type of ways.
Already.
You know what I
And
mean?
you don't even know it. She gonna lie to you about it.
Right.
She'll never tell you the truth. See, they look at it like we R. Kelly or something. We're not telling you just run around getting young women and defiling them, making them do orgies and threesomes and do all type of weird shit and not build a relationship. We talking about making young women into wives to where they spend out all their days with one man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're talking about. Order.
Integrity.
Oh, but she's so young.
That's a woman. They even show you that in the Cosby Show. It was an episode when Claire told Rudy. Rudy went in and said she had a period. And Claire told her, you're a woman now.
Now, wow.
Oh, that's sick. Y'all 10 years separated. Y'all 20 years.
Sick to who? By whose logic? The Lord said it ain't wrong. But because you've been raised in a society that's completely contrary to what's righteous and orderly, you think it's wrong. But it's okay for her to go to school and get doggy style in the bathroom stall. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. I don't give a damn how it make you feel. I'm going to accept the ways you have much more shot because I know it leads to righteousness. And it's way better than this shit. You don't got women out here with their cheeks coming out their shorts.
Right.
Whose daughter is that? Now, man, some creep came up and just cop a kid. I want cops.
It's happening.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do? Get mad at her? Fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, man.
Continuing on. Verse 13, chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his rude behavior be an offense unto thee. You want me to keep going, brother?
Is it more touch on the son?
No, it's better.
We can drop that. We can
Yeah,
drop that.
remember, I got songs.
Yeah,
too, so
we pretty much touched on the point on that anyway.
let me know if you want me to get songs.
Go ahead, go ahead.
This is Psalms 83. I'll start I'll start at the top. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a torment, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
And what is that? What is that, brother?
Oh, no, I was about to say, remember we brought out earlier that he will let the Hamites, because that's what we're talking about, the Hamites come over here and get business. We'll let Moab come over here and get business. We'll let any other nation that's not of Israel to come over here and have a head start over us. Why? Because they want to keep us at the bottom of the bottom and want us to continue to stay down there. Because look, and we started off with Revelation 12 and 12. He know that he has a short time. But at least know that who we truly are. We are the true kings of the next world to come. You know? So they want to keep us low. They want us to keep us thinking that we're Negroes, that we're young thugs, you know, that we're Latin kings, that we're engines, you know what I'm saying? You know, want us to continue beefing with each other. They don't want that stick to come together, even though it's already starting to come together now. You know, they want to keep us low. Want us to continue to be African Americans, Mexicans, and not Yasha'Allah, sons of God, sons of Yahweh, you know, sons of Yahweh.
That's right, that's right. And they came confederate. When you come confederate against somebody, it's like, hey, we all coming together on one mind, one body to come against them. So we got to take away everything that they are. So when we end up with the Lashawan Kodash today, and we look at these artifacts that we were looking at earlier, how are we able to get that back? Can a brother get Ezekiel, what is it, the dry bone prophecy? Because it's prophecy. The Lord said we would get these back. He said we would get our heritage back to us. For all you Christians, can you break down the prophecy of Ezekiel? No, you can't break it down because it ain't given to you to even understand what it's talking about to begin with.
Real quick, remember when we had the Poseidon, the brother, the Benjamin from Jamaica came over, and he was breaking down to us how Moab has taken over there, and the storefronts that the Benjamites had, the Moabites took over the storefronts to the point where the Benjamites are actually on the street with their product on carpet selling it. That makes me think of that. You know, so I'm saying, hey, they don't want us to. They want to keep us down, so we don't truly know who we are. That's part of the curses, but you know, that's wild. And that's and Jamaica. That's where, you know, that's where they have been shipped, and that's their land. You know what I mean? I know it's not their land, but you know that when you think of when the average Jake think of a Jamaica, they think of a Benjamin. You know what I mean? Now they can't even have their own store. You know?
Yeah, it's like Monopoly, man.
Yeah.
You know, when you got the WikiLeaks, you know what I'm saying, having their own property. They'll let somebody in and, you know, give them a deal and, you know, establish their, you know, their business.
They take their shit.
Yeah, but when it comes to us, you know, when it's time for us to come past go, man, we get the tax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We end up landing on their property and they take everything from us.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
Keep your ass stagnant in jail.
Yeah.
And then in the board game, you gotta, whenever you come out of jail, you all combobulated.
Yeah.
You really want to go back.
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta collect my thoughts. This nigga done bought boardwalk. You know what I'm saying? But that's how JBL when they get out. Like the Frank Lucas movie when that nigga got out. Taxi spare, but that nigga didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, music different.
Yeah, he said he wanted to go back in that motherfucker. You know?
But Jake, there's a lot of Jake that do come home from prison, and they can't handle being outside and making something of themselves. So what they do, they violate their parole just so they can go back. Because now, at least I got 3 hots in the cot. I got 3 meals, and I got a bed to lay my head in. You know, And that's crazy. That's sad. You know.
But this devil is so strategic that everything is systematic and planned out to a T. Whether it be the prison system, whether it be the education system, whether it be the financial system. The nigga put demons on the money. So not only when you use the spirits on you, when you using that shit, because now the spirit is on you like, yeah, this is my way out. It's a spirit on you. It's a way you fold that money and a demon face pops up.
Yo, that's
Not to mention all the secret society emblems that's on it. So everything this man has done is strategically to a T to cut us off from being a people. But we still came back. Come on, man. That's the power of Yahweh. You can't defeat the Lord. If he says something, it's going to be.
right.
That's why you see all these Israelite camps. I don't care. Hey, you got disagreements, but that's always been a thing. You always had different sects. You read about the Sicarii. You read about the Essenes. You read about the Sadducees. You read about the Pharisees. You read about the different churches, the different followers of Yahweh HaMashiach. It's always been different sects. But the prophecy said the Israelites would come back. So you see all these different camps throughout the planet Earth, and it's scaring the shit out of Esau. It's scaring the shit out of them, man. Now, you know, you had the instance with the two, I ain't going into, but the two camps, they got into a little brawl. It was chaotic, a mess. But Christians are looking, take that as an opportunity to say, yeah, see, they chaotic. Bitch, that don't absolve y'all of being wicked. Yeah, it's gonna be bumps and bruises, because we coming out of the world. You took everything from us. Yeah. It ain't gonna be perfected now of us coming back to our heritage. You're gonna have bumps and bruises. Brothers is gonna slip up. Scripture say, I slip of the tongue, but not of the heart. So that gives you Christians no excuse to look down on the Israelite community. See, look what they doing over there. Look at what the Christianity has been doing for decades, man. Centuries. Murder, lies, theft of whole nations and lands. Get the fuck out of here, man. Jesus ain't do nothing but put us on a slave ship and caught us over here to America. One of the slave ships was called Jesus. You can't poke no holes in our Israelite heritage because y'all got too much blood on y'all hands. What was the Ku Klux Klan doing?
Sorry, yeah.
What was the Ku Klux Klan doing? Putting up crosses in our yards, setting crosses on fire. They were Christians. So misses with, oh, look what the Israelites are doing. What the fuck have y'all been doing and continue to do to this day? You hypocrites. We bringing up what Christianity been doing. And y'all hate it, so y'all try to pick flaws within us. We ain't perfect. We ain't standing out here saying we perfect, but we are saying we the Hebrew Israelites. And none of you have been able to disapprove it. To disprove it. Go ahead, bro. Judas was amongst the 12, they still was the 12, nigga. Just because you see an Israelite do something that looks bad, don't make us not the Israelites no more. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a damn how many scorned nigga women you bring on your podcast. It don't negate the truth. Even if you use our women against us, it don't negate the truth. We are the biblical Hebrew Israelites. Hey. And we don't need y'all to agree with us.
It won't be the first time you use the one power women against us. That ain't a new trick. You know?
Yeah. See, I got one of their wives here. Fuck out of here, you goofy. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 1. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord. It set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. All right, and that midst of valley is talking about America. All right, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, man. All this death that's going around in America, this confusion, all right? You have a lot of wickedness, you know, that happens in America because America is this valley. It's on a low level, man. You know, spiritually and, you know what I'm saying, as far as the morals. Like the brother was bringing out earlier, man, how the state of our women, the state of men, the state of our children, man. Everything is on a low vibration, man. It says, verse 2, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there was very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Yeah, because we wasn't getting nourished with the truth. The scripture said, hurt not the oil, neither the wine. This is the bread of life. This is that ever-flowing water. This is the milk. This is the honey. This is the nourishment. So we were dry because we didn't have the nourishment. We didn't have the word upon us. But Revelation said, hurt not the wine, neither the oil. It was still there. We just didn't have a taste of it yet. Go ahead.
It says, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. in order for us to be able to live, we had to hear the word, man. The word had to be, spoken to us, man, by the prophets, man. All right, that's how we came up into this knowledge, man, by hearing the word, man. It says, verse 5, thus said the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. All right, that breath of life, which is the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that fear of the Lord, man. All right, the Rakha HaKodash, man. All right, it says, verse 6, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall and ye shall know.
That's the devil. That's Satan. He stopped right there and did that shit. May there be a curse unto him.
It says Ezekiel 37 and verse 6.
See, they think they harming us. Nigga, we sleep good at night, nigga. I sleep very good. The way you have much more chef, you know what I'm saying? I don't go to home worrying about you niggas. Man, that nigga can't put, man. Oh, they flipped us off, man. I can't go to bed.
We dealt with much worse, so I mean, this ain't really nothing.
It says, verse 6, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
And we live it. And we know the Lord now, and nothing can tell us otherwise. So we pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that he don't take the oil and the wine from us. Because I do not want to be like these bugged out niggas that really they get tired of waiting. So they find excuses to pull themselves back from the truth. And then when they see they're not in it no more, they want to come against it. Right. But they're hot for like a few months. Then the videos start dwindling every week. And it's every 2 weeks. Then it's once a month. Then you don't see it no more. But you don't want to, you gotta pray, man. It's all about election. Once the Lord take this truth from you, man, what do you have? You don't have shit but a Quran waiting for your ass. And a nuke. That's what you got. You got a nuke waiting for you. And you damn sure not coming back as the first fruits. That first resurrection, that first dominion. You damn sure ain't coming back when Yahweh trying to rule on the first dominion. Who knows when you'll be reincarnated back on the earth? Who knows how long you'll be in the kingdom before you get to come back and enjoy the kingdom? You know how much you gonna miss? I don't want to have to go through that, man. I don't want to have to come back as a baby and be told what happened. Yeah, we came down and conquered Earth this way. We went this place, we went that place. Damn, all of that? Yeah, I did all of that. The mirror supper was that? No, I want to be a part of it, man. I want to get beat up, be in the mirror supper, see what it looked like in the chariot, come down, fly throughout Earth, teleporting, grabbing niggas up, yoking niggas by their neck, looking them in their eyes. Yeah, nigga, we here. You know, I want to be a part of that dominion, man. That's why we pray that the Lord keeps us on the right track. It's gonna be every man you see within the truth is not gonna be perfect. You can find impurities within any man, but I'm telling you right now, the spirit of Yahweh Shai is with the doctrine of GMS.
That's right.
Period. Point blank.
That's right.
You give a damn what man you don't like the elder said. This is your new family. You ain't gotta like them, but you better respect them. You better deal with them justly. Because this is the family the Lord gave you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You don't like your own personal blood family.
I know. And trust me, like you said, during times to come, they're gonna be your only family that's gonna stand by your side, man. When you really need it the most. That's why Scripture says, "Well, every man shall be tried, man."
Fuck you talking about you don't like somebody, nigga. We building the nation back, man. What's wrong with you? No damn about what you learned. You better get in order.
It's much bigger than us.
Yeah, your lights. You sound like a fucking woman, bro.
He don't like the song I like. This nigga like Jay-Z, I like fucking Tupac.
You know what I'm saying? Just goofy shit, nigga. Niggas be saying this shit though. I'm not making this shit. Dudes have told me. They're like, what is you talking about right now, man? But you know, you gotta have patience.
Talking, man.
You gotta have patience with this nigga.
Talking, man.
Fuck out of here, man. We here for one mission and one mission only. For us to get out of captivity. To be back in the good graces of Yahweh, man. To be Yahweh Shai. give a damn about what you like, what you don't like, get in order, and let's finish this mission, man. Let's finish this labor we've been called into. You know?
Okay. That's why the scripture talks about be uncurious and basically unnecessary manners.
And the elders were strangers back when they was young. In their 20s, they were strangers, didn't know each other. Knew each other. The elders on the elder Pastor Hall, learned in front of him, stayed with him ever since. Family. Why? Because one mind, one body, one soul. We hear in the same spirit. That's
like,
the spirit of Yahweh Shirah Shah.
And like you said before earlier, you know what I mean? They wasn't forcing this, man. That was the spirit that led them, man. Just like us, man. Like I said, we all come from walks of different life. You know, like I said, in the world, like I said, we would never be that with each other. That's a fact. But through the spirit of Yahweh Shirah Shah, that's what brought us together, man. Come on, man. Can't no other spirit or doctrine come like this, man. You know, that's a fact.
Bring brothers from all different walks of life. We ain't go. It ain't like we went to no building and signed up. Nah, this is just brothers, the spirit from all different type of walks of life, man. And I'm not just talking about, you know, how I count. I'm talking about all the characters. You see all different type of brothers. Brothers that are more rough around the edges. Brothers that are more soft-spoken. Brothers that are more articulate. Brothers that are more rude with their speech. All different types. But we're one family, man. Of variety, which is what the Most High loves. He loves variety. He ain't like Esau.
Everybody be an android. And do what I tell them to do. The same shit. Wake up and work 9 to 5.
No, the Lord loves different. He created birds. How many different species of birds are there? How many different colors of birds are there? You ever seen a woodpecker? How they peck on wood? Crazy. I see them all the time, my bro. It's crazy. It'll blow your mind. How many different species of cats and fishes? The Lord loves variety. That's why you see different variety of women, different variety of men. Even within our nation, you look at the tribes. We all the same family, but every tribe has a different vibe to them. Every single tribe has a different vibe. You get around Issachar, it's a different vibe from Asher. You get around Asher, it's a different vibe from Judah. You get around Ephraim, it's a different vibe from Simeon. You get around Simeon, it's a different vibe from Benjamin. You get around Benjamin, it's a different vibe from Levi. They're close, they have similarities, but it's a different vibe. You get around Judah, it's a different vibe from all of them. Judah different from all, way different from all of them.
God, that's a fact.
There's so many different vibes with Judah alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This from different areas that they've grown up from, you know? So the Lord loves variety.
That's right.
In the kingdom, we all ain't gonna just be Wesley Snipes black with the same face. No, man. We're gonna have different looks, different personalities, the same way we look on now. Different looks, different personalities, different shades. You gonna have that melody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna lack no melody. That's for sure. You know? But it's gonna be just beautiful, man. Unlike this place. Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 7, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone, and when I beheld...
That started with who? All the Biblians. That's when the shaking really began. Because you had men that knew they was from the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob before Alba Bivens. Alba Bivens really took that torch and ignited it. You know, with the true doctrine. You know? And from that birth One West, where now you have these different sects of churches that span from One West from the breakup. But that was all the will of Yahweh Shah. Because everybody has to play their lot within the Lord's movement. The Sakari gotta be the Sakari. The Zealots gotta be the Zealots. SUPK. You know? We look at their mannerism. When you read about the Zealots and the Sakari, what were they about? They didn't hate Yahweh Shah, but they looked at him like, Yahweh Shah cool, but we're gonna get it by this. It may be necessary. You will follow Yahweh Shah? That's cool, but move. These were the Zealots. We here right now. Move. We got this. And you gotta be the lamb. When the Zealots come, this is our block.
That's what they doing now.
This is our block. We the Zealots. Kwam Yasham.
Till the Romans came and put their ass down. So everybody got a role to play for the Lord's movie. That's why you see these different sects. All right? But the elect is going to be the elect no matter what. You're going to have the elect come out of different camps too. But the elect is going to be elect. But there's only 144,000 of that government body. Don't forget. It's a very minute number. You know? It's harder to make it into the 144 than it is the NBA. Now that's saying a lot. You know how many niggas, I'm talking about niggas that can ball their ass off. Like you look at this nigga like, God damn. And nigga ain't even had a chance to sniff the league. Because the NBA is the elite of the elitists. Right? You make in any sport, you make it to the NFL, anytime, you are the elite of the elitists, bro. The last nigga on the bench was the best nigga on his college team, was the best nigga on his high school team. The dude riding the pine that never touches the field or never touches the court was the best. This nigga was worshipped at his school. They were looking at him like, oh, this is good. You know? So how much more the 144? So if they fight hard for that, how hard should we fight for this?
That's right. That's all we got. Gotta go for it. Gotta go for the gusto. This is all we got. We got pulled out of this world, and we realize what this world consists of. It consists of nothing but iniquity and enmity with the Most High. So now that we have that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we got to go for the gusto, man.
It's the adrenaline that keeps us going with this fight, man. You know, which is the spirit. You know, and hey, when a lion hunt, man, they get happy about the hunt, man. They love the process more than just eating the lamb or whatever it is they eat, man. They love to hunt, man. And that's what we doing, man. We hunting in this truth, man. And we're ready, you know what I'm saying, to do whatever it takes to get that 144,000 seat, man.
That's right.
It's not given to everybody. Man. You gotta really fight. You gotta be a fighter, man. The Lord is looking for men who are willing to fight and lay down their life for this truth, man. And that takes a special breed of men to do that.
That's right. Hey, if you look at it, man, like I said before, 144 compared to a billion, over a billion, that's a very small number. That is a very small number, man. You know, and that's what we're striving for.
So there's more people in Virginia than that. To give you a scope. You have 144,000 that's going to rule the whole earth. There's more people in Virginia than that. And that just shows you how hard it is. This ain't no joke. The Lord wants the best of the best out of his nation. The elitists of the elite of his nation. We pray we're a part of that. We got a good chance. We got a good chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you see another camp in the vicinity? We got a good chance if we endure to the end. But we got to continue to fight for the Lord, you know?
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 8, and when I was beheld, lo, the sinews and flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
The four winds. Now remember last week we went into the prophecy about the vessel, knitted at the four corners. That's because we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So you see, brother, the London brothers, Shalom, mate, bro. You see the brothers out there been going strong in the UK. You see the brothers in the Caribbean, the brothers in the islands. You see brothers all over where they need to be. Of course, you ain't gonna see brothers in North Korea. You can't do it out there. You don't expect to see brothers in places where you're not allowed to do that. You know, and plus the main show is where? This big shit.
Yeah. Belly of the beast.
You know, this the main show. That's why you see majority of the camps where?
Right here, belly of the beast.
This is where we served our main slavery. This is the harlot. This is Mystery Babylon. So it's only right we pump up at Mystery Babylon.
That's right.
And condemn this whole.
Yeah, gates of the nobles.
Scripture say we prophesy against many kingdoms. So we got to prophesy. We got to be in this hole. Prophesy. That's why when brothers leave the country, go on a trip, you got to make sure you bring your ass back. Come post up. Because you got to be here.
Yeah. We're going to start a camp out in Trinidad.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be here in this hole, prophesying against this hole, telling this hole is going down.
This is the front line.
Like I said, you're going
It's
against
the
the gates of
field.
the noble,
It's
man.
the field, man.
You right here in the midst of it. I wouldn't want to know other way. Like the brother said, he's the military brother. We on the front line. We in the midst of the battle.
Just like the movie.
We gonna be
Frontline.
faced with the Quran, the FEMA camps. We in here. This place gonna get it worse than no other.
That's true.
Face right there.
Yep. I wouldn't want it no other way.
Yeah.
We gonna build some 300 sheep.
Yeah.
Let's go. You ready to go, bro? You ready to die for what you believe? You got some crazy eyes. You ready to go, bro? Ready to go out? Like, yo, bro, done switched.
Yeah, they was laughing while the arrows was hitting
You know what
each
I'm
other.
saying?
They were looking at each other laughing and shit.
We get them hype speeches.
That's what we're going after that spirit, man. Like you said, you just that snap, you doing that spirit.
Like, remember the time he said,
Yeah.
strong son!
Let's
Strong son! You ready to go to war? You know? That's how we gonna be in that day. Let's go. Adrenaline gonna be pumping. You might not even, if a brother get put to death, you might not even feel it. With your adrenaline and your spirit at that time. And then the Lord might just have mercy where you don't even feel it. Because when your adrenaline pumping, that is the thing. When your adrenaline is really high, you don't even feel it. You feel it after the fact. When you coming down. But that initial adrenaline, you don't even feel it. That's why brother said we don't even believe Stephen might have felt his stomach. You know,
That's what
you
she talking
might
about.
not feel it.
That's what she talks. It said what? Death wears thy sting, man.
Yeah.
Some people when they get hit, when they get shot, they don't even feel
You
it.
didn't even know they got shot.
They said, oh yeah, that you didn't even know? Because I know I was watching the BMF thing, and when Big Meech got shot in the ass. He didn't even realize he was shot in the ass, and he got back to the crib, and he leaned back. He said, why my ass burning? You know, that had to been, and that's in Atlanta. You know that took a good half an hour. You know what I mean? He probably adrenaline up. Come on, man.
Yeah, so you might not even feel it, man. You're just gonna be so in the zone. Like, let's go, and that's gonna put fear on you. Now, when the man in the book of Maccabees was putting their sons to death, the 3 holy children, you know that was putting the fear on him. Like, man, they taking this like it ain't nothing. You know he was scared because they was cutting his ass. They said, in the next life, you done. We coming back for you, nigga. That'll put fear. Like, if you killing it alone, and he tell you, I'll be back for you. He's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? You know that nigga cannot sleep at night, bro. Waking up cold. He here. You know? That's a different level. A nigga say, yeah, you killing me, but nigga, I'm gonna be right back. That's different, bro. But that's really gonna happen. You know? You ain't gotta believe it. Just wait on it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna shock everybody when the Lord start raising people from the dead. It's gonna shock the living hell out of people. They ain't gonna know what just happened. But you gonna see it. Brothers gonna have spiritual power, raise people from the dead. That's gonna happen. Heal the sick, heal the wounded. That's gonna happen.
It's 2.0.
We coming into Acts 2.0. That's the next part. You better read about it.
And then you already know what happens, bro. You're gonna get demonized, you're gonna be thrown in jail, you know how this is. Next thing you know, you're gonna be out of the sin, like you know, ain't gonna
Caragua,
yeah, all
all
that
that.
stuff, man. Like you said, it's gonna happen again.
Because that's how the major, they said the followers really came in when the miracles started happening. You know, it said like 5,000 or something woke up in one day.
Yeah.
You know, off of miracles. You know, so when brothers get that spiritual power and start really healing and doing things out here, you're gonna see thousands of people like, yo, nah, man, they got the truth. Of course, you're gonna have people that call us witches and warlocks and demons, but a lot of people are gonna be like, nah, those are the men of the Lord. If you got any sin, if a dude brings somebody back from the dead, you know, yo, that's a man of the Lord. If he healed, if the dude got one leg, you make his leg whole. Name of Yahweh Shalom Shah. You whole. Right. Where my comment? Where I sign up? You know what I'm saying? Like, people just don't want to join, man. You know, but you're going to have those that say, like they call Yahweh Shah, they say you work in the power of Beelzebub. They're going to try to paint it in a way that demonizes us. However they do it, which they can. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in the media,
Because they have that left-hand side power. They're going to be able to get people to believe that we're demons, demonic, and evil. You know what I'm saying? But the righteous are going to be like, nah, I know what they did, I seen what they did.
Oh,
You know?
like you
And
said-
even how we operate, we like our Lord. We don't always want you to go tell other people. We may do something just for you. And then don't tell nobody what just happened. You know, this is only for you. You know? So, however the Lord has it done, it's going to be done that way. But brothers is going to get that spiritual power even before we get the kingdom. Brothers is going to touch it. I tell you, some brothers is going to taste it. You know, some brothers is gonna see angels. It ain't gonna be like now when we have somebody come by, we're like, God, that might be an angel. Nah, it's gonna be they gonna come to you, you gonna know they're an angel. I mean, you got, hey bro, you gotta follow me. Come on. I'm like, damn, you taking me to safety? Hey, look, I got some. Look, man, this boy's goodness in your bag. He don't even tell you his name, like, look. Stay up. Stay up. Yeah. Angel. Your cans of beans drop. Right. You look down the corner, he gone.
They showed you that in Roots, the second one. I watched the newer part. Towards the end, he was looking for his dad, Tom. He was looking for his dad, Chicken George, and he got lost in the wilderness. And next, you know, he ended up seeing Kuta Kende's spirit, and he followed it. And next, you know, he ended up getting to his dad. He's like, "What the hell is that?" And he lost it.
The Lord can do that, man. The Lord can do that. We about to come into some heavy spiritual times because the right hand side spirit has to elevate as the left hand side spirit elevates. So the more wickedness they do on the left hand side, the more increase we have to do on the right hand side. Balance. That's the balance of the Lord. He's not gonna leave us out dry. You know? So brother, just hold strong. We got this, man. That's why it's important to be amongst the right doctrine and the right truth. Because the right doctrine is with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is with the right doctrine. It's important to be amongst them. Because the protection is going to come to those that's about living in the right spirit, within the right doctrine. The Lord ain't amongst these other doctrines, man. And you ain't going to be protecting you in another doctrine. Talking about the Quran, but ain't the mark of the beast and all this other wild shit. Talking about Edomites can make it. That ain't where Yahweh Shai dwells. He dwells within the truth. So you want that protection, you want that spiritual power, you got to find the truth and stay there. So when the time comes, you can be protected.
Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 11. It says, "Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Yashar'alim. Behold, they say our bones are dry and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. And when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, have spoken it, and performed it, saith the Lord. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
And now you see northern and southern kingdom coming together in unison. I already told you the major differences northern and southern kingdom have, but we're able to come in unison in one spirit, one mind. Why? Because this is the truth.
Right.
You know? But if we dwell in the world, of course we ain't gonna vibe with them. Because they got a whole different culture than us. We'll be able to shoot the shit, dance, but when it's time to really sit in their homes and their houses amongst their family, you're gonna feel like an outcast. Because it's just different. But in the truth, we the same. And that's what matters. You know? The worldly differences, that's irrelevant. You come into the truth, we're the same. You know? Brothers got their own things they like when they in their free time to do. That's irrelevant. Because when you come here and you don't want to accord, you got a brother that might like playing tennis in his free time. You got another brother that might want to go boxing. You got another brother that might go on a video game every now and then. You know?
And
there's differences.
Real quick, and the brother that might like something that might be odd to you, because you never been into it, he might show you something and you might gain an interest in that. You know what I mean? You know, but being in the world, we always so quick to look at another brother that's into something, you know, that, you know, I remember brothers used to look at brothers that play soccer a certain way. Right. And when my grandma moved me from the hood to the next town over, put me in soccer, I ended up enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you never know. Can be. That's another blessing that this truth shows you, you know? we all congregate and we start talking about things that we actually like or that's beneficial. You know what I mean? You might bless another brother with that knowledge.
This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 17. It says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord of power, behold, I will take the one stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put with them him even with the sticks of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be in one mind, and what shall be one in my hand.
And that stick been whooping ass too. That stick been kicking y'all ass up and down the street every week. You can't come against it. You know? You kick it against the pricks. You know? This is the truth. And it's not of us, it's the words of Yahweh Shema. So when you come up here and you look at mortal men, and you see, oh, these niggas got Nikes on just like me. We regular niggas. No, we not. Because we in the spirit of Yahweh Shema. So he working through us. We ain't regular men. You know, when we speak the words that's coming out of the holy scrolls, we're not regular men. Because we're speaking the words of Yahweh Shema. Now, when we speaking our own bullshit, our own thoughts, then you consider regular men. But when we coming out of this word, now we ain't regular men, we prophets, man. You know? The spirit is working. That's why when you read a script, that's why we read a precept and then you go and you expound on it. Because the spirit allows you to do that. You know? That's why you got brothers that might not have been talkative in the world, but they come in the truth and they're able to express themselves better. Because it's the spirit that quickens. That's right. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 20, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be thine hand before their eyes, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord of power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land.
Break that down, because he said the four winds. So he's gathering Israel from the four winds. Break that down, Christians. When did that happen? When did Israel get gathered from the four winds and be brought back in their land?
After the Holocaust.
No, that's false, because they only came from Germany, Russia. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come from the four winds. So miss us with that. Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 22, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
Show us where this happened at. Where's southern and northern kingdom, and where's their king?
That's right.
Where's their king? Where's southern and northern kingdom?
Levy.
Y'all never spoke about Simeon, Manasseh, Ephraim, Asher, until we came out. And now they said, well, you know, we let some Asher from China come in. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking goofballs, man. Y'all pulling shit out your ass now, man. But they'll say anything just for not let us be the Israelites. Yeah, they'll just say any goddamn thing. Right. As long as they don't have to say we the Hebrews, like, because they know they fucked up. Once you come to the fact that the conclusion that we are the Israelites, then by default, you know, damn, I gotta go into slavery. Because I touched my nation, put y'all in slavery.
Yeah, them guys over there, they lean so heavy on a religion than actually a people, being a heritage. Yeah. Like you just said, oh, we just let them come in. Hold on, you can't let nobody be an Israelite. They either are Israelite or they are not. Yeah. They're too busy leaning on religion. That's how you know they ain't got the juice. You know, we brought out the wild olive branches last week. That's not a religion. You are who you are. Now, if you being a nigga, that still don't take away that bloodline and who you truly are. You know.
It says, verse 23, neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with the detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions.
Y'all got Pink City, Tel Aviv.
Come on.
So y'all ain't fitting this prophecy. Y'all back in the land. Snoopy said when you back in the land, read that again. When they back in the land, they not gonna do what?
It says, neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols.
Well, some of us are gay, not all of us.
Scripture said y'all ain't gonna do it no more. Go ahead.
Nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power.
That's the new covenant. That's a cut. No Christian can break that down part. Because you gotta show us where northern and southern kingdom, where's their king, and where they're not transgressing no more in the land. And they've been brought from the four winds. You can't show us that. If you can't show us that, you're a liar. And you are your father the devil. You are your father the devil. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 24, and David my servant shall be king over them, and they shall have the
Where
one.
David at? Where David at? He damn sure ain't in Mississippi. So where David at? He ain't in Israel. So they liars. They're liars, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and David my servant shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land.
All of them? Or some of them? All of them. Go ahead.
It says, and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever.
Wait a minute, forever? Where has this happened at? Y'all getting fucking bombs dropped on y'all from the Iranians.
Rest in peace, right?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta go to America for help. America, we need billions of dollars. Fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with
So
you.
are you telling me Benjamin Netanyahu, he David?
He said,
Benjamin Netanyahu not a Jew? Is he David?
I heard that.
You sure doing a shitty job.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, man. And y'all poked up over there. They took the juicy juice.
Yeah, come
They had
Force
to take
too,
the juicy
force.
juice. Yeah, they had to take the juicy juice and get the green pass. That shit is a
By
joke.
force too. That was by force.
And
the booster.
let's not forget that they lead the world in skin cancer.
Yep.
Right?
That's right. Yeah.
Now, hold on, you trying to
in the land.
put it a little?
In the land. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, funny.
Get the hell up out of here, man.
Verse 26, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant.
That's the new covenant. for the Edomite down last week that was trying to find.
I got the verse on the new covenant.
Here as you read this fucking Beavis and Butthead nigga, the new covenant in Hebrews.
I'm about to go find a precept that says otherwise.
They kept trying.
That's these Christians, bro. It don't click. We reading you the new covenant. What are you about to go to that says something otherwise, nigga? Are you saying it's a contradiction? We're reading the new covenant. Go ahead, bro.
It says,
Anything can be possible except us being the Hebrew Israelites. They not gonna agree, bro. Because they just want us to be nappy-headed, soul-trained, dancing, shucking, driving niggas.
Come.
Dunking crossover.
AI cornrow niggas,
Yeah.
pants sagging.
Running backs.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Barry
Stiff arming
Sanders,
having it.
big brolic ass nigga,
watermelon.
Jim Brown head ass
It was
nigga.
mad when we
He said,
picked up the tennis racket. They just-
Yeah. They want us to be a Shannon Sharp ass
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
They want us
Fat
to be
tongue
a
having
plan.
Come on, Skill. Skill.
They
Sound
want us to be a
Green Mile.
plantation buck Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
A plantation buck Shannon Sharp. That's all they want for us, man.
Ready to fight a whole team.
This nigga head diesel. Everything on this nigga just diesel.
Oh,
Line up diesel. What the fuck, man? Wait, bro. Oh shit. Soon as we say we Usher, all of we Christians. Everybody can be included.
You could be Hotep.
Yeah,
You
can
Black
yeah,
man,
you can be
5%.
You can beat Kemet.
Muslim. Give me all that.
As soon as you say you from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, oh, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Let's set this bomb up in this van and drive it up to Jersey City. And,
Yeah.
You know?
It was them niggas with them garments on. The niggas that be on your corner, in the corner of every one of y'all cities, yeah, they did that. And they left a note behind.
Yeah.
The nigga dropped the
It
note.
says, "Come get us."
The nigga dropped it. Who the fuck draws a fucking love letter of his fucking, yeah, I'm dear with such and such. I've been blowing your ass up. Fuck out of here. We camp on 31st. Fuck out of here, nigga. They tacky, bro. They fucking tacky. Oh, you know.
It says, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore.
Where's the Lord's sanctuary at? So this is just cutting everything about those so-called holy people over there in the land. And stop beating us over the head with Anne Frank. They want us to feel so bad about it. It's another movie about Anne Frank coming
Man,
out.
we got a whole bunch of Anne Franks over here.
You know what I'm saying?
We can give you a whole Rolodex of Anne Franks over here.
She had to hide in the attic. It was so horrible. Her friend had to put her in the attic and hide her from the Nazis.
Bro, they forced us to read that shit in school.
Yeah, man.
Anne Frank, Anne Frank, Anne Frank.
What about the hundreds of thousands of Negro young girls that was raped and brutalized, walking home on the dirt roads? Then a pickup truck come with a whole bunch of drunk Edomites sweating.
We do the bomb in the church. I think that's on James Bryant. No.
Yeah, they blew up the church with the girls.
Girls in
Yep,
it.
yep, yep. I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
You know? Hey,
What about all the so-called Israelite girls that were raped and slaughtered by you Edomites? Talking about some goddamn Anne Frank, bro.
Miss Eva's boys.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, Miss Eva's boys, where they so-called treating us for the clap. Or no, syphilis.
Syphilis, yeah.
And then
Blood, yeah.
yeah, come on, man. We got a whole Rolodex. I'm serious of things we can pull out, you know?
Our sanctuary, that one.
You know?
It says,
So miss us with the bullshit, man. Y'all hypocrites.
Look how I got that old boy in Chicago. Had infiltrated, put him to sleep. And the police came in and put one in his back while he was sleeping.
Right-handed.
Come on, man.
Why the fuck we read about Anne Frank? That ain't our history. That's not even American history. Why the fuck we read about Anne Frank in American schools?
Right.
That shows us an agenda. They try to put it in our minds when we were young.
Tell the true story
And
about
then they made us go on field trips to the museum.
Yup.
They forced us to go on that shit. They didn't take us to the slavery museums.
Right.
The brother Quran and they then went up to the museum where they showed you, man, that museum
I've
showed
been
it
there.
all.
I've
I
been
ain't
there.
never been. I need
You
to
got you got to have 2 whole days to watch it all. You can't just go there for 4 hours and be like, that's it. That's how humongous this thing is. You have to go. You have to. Yeah, you have to spend. You have to go up there and spend a weekend and go there 2 days. I'm telling you, man. There's that much stuff in it. Like they got stuff like where you could just walk past and look at it for about 5 minutes, walk off. Then you'll get to one spot where it's a damn movie where you sit down and learn about our ancestors. Like, and it might be a 40-minute movie. You know, you get out of there crying and shit. Now to the next joint. You know what I'm saying?
But did we go there on the field trip? No, we went to the hologram
Yeah,
the
Jamestown,
hologram
that's
event.
old.
James, you know what I'm saying? The hologram event. Look, you see that? Little Tyrone. You see them dead bodies piled up? That's what happened to white people.
Hey, well, show what happened on our way. Show what happened in them ships on our way over here.
Yeah, show that.
That's a hologram. You know what I mean?
You fucking hypocrites. You got some damn nerve. I remember that shit. It's strange because it just hit in my head.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
thinking about it. I remember them taking me on fucking field trips to that shit. That's programming, bro. Why the fuck we gotta learn about that shit in America? Teach them motherfuckers that over there in Israel. And since they the people, they went through it. Why you forcing that on us? They don't learn about our history.
Tell the true story about how they did that. You bring out about Pocahontas. The true story
Yeah,
about
tell
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas story.
Yeah, y'all, every time y'all do something, y'all gotta dress it up. Put a little Caesar salad on it. you know, put little carrots, some croutons.
Baby
Because
carrots.
you don't want it just straight lettuce. You know
They
what I
don't
mean?
even put real carrots, baby carrots.
You know what I mean?
On that Pocahontas, you watch Disney, you watch all those old movies, Pocahontas, Peter Pan. They got a little disclaimer on it saying that we apologize for the things that happened.
Yo, my people just told me
Yeah,
that.
and
yo.
they said that it was wrong back then.
But
it
we
was
still
wrong
gonna
now.
show it, though,
But we're
right?
gonna show
Yeah.
it. Viewer discretion advised.
They got the picture that she sang about the colors of the wind and how she loved John Smith. She didn't love John Smith.
Smith.
She was forced to be.
Yeah.
Pocahontas was already with a Gadite man. John Smith forced her to be with him and then gave her to his homies. And then they shipped her to Europe and she died at like fucking 1920, some shit like that.
Because they took her at 13.
Yeah.
You know, because the
After
world's-
slinging them, man.
They doing that disclaimer because the world's so sensitive.
Yeah.
And now, you know, they, especially because it's their shit, they got us stamping with that disclaimer, man.
And then you got this nigga bitch, Holly Bailey. She playing a fucking little goofy ass playing a Little Mermaid. And she would have Edomite in the movie.
I know, I know, right?
The dad
And then, like,
Edomite, I think.
You notice the clothes, right? That when she was wearing, right? When she was at the dude,
I
that's
ain't
that
watching
slavery
it,
clothes. Now I'm
yeah.
turning the trailer, like I say, you mean you can see the slavery
You know,
clothes
she-
on her.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she already, so her, they done had her way with it because she was just in that, what's that crazy ass shit that the producer ATL just put out? You talking about? First,
That was her sister.
oh,
Chloe.
that's the difference. Oh,
Yeah,
all
Holly,
right.
Holly the
Yeah,
other
they
one.
twins. They
Chloe,
twins.
talking about Chloe.
Yeah, well,
Holly the
same
other one.
shit. Because it-
Kissing on the Edomite. Then they doing a remake, but look how they do us though. They about to release a remake with Color Purple. She in that one coming out Christmas, right? Fantasia gonna play Miss Silly.
Oh shit! Oh, damn.
But look though, the Color Purple is about what? The Color Purple is about a young, so-called black woman. She gets in a relationship with an older black man, and he beats on her and treats her bad. So women, you gotta break away from the black man.
Yeah.
That's what the Color Purple
Yeah.
is fucking about.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, they teaching her to be with the Edomite man and teaching her to get away from the so-called black man. It's a fucking agenda, man. That whole movie, that whole movie is about her breaking free from the black man. When how many relationships you see the so-called black man just beating on his woman for no reason? That's bullshit, man. And many of our women eat that shit up. You see, at the end of the movie, I'm free from him. I'm free from him.
Yeah. Damn,
No,
I
that
remember
that movie was made by a lesbian too. Not for real. That's Color Purple, yeah. That's why she made that movie.
This,
Yeah,
this
like,
devil got a
yeah,
lot to fucking pay for, man. They know what the fuck they're doing, man.
Yeah, it's all an agenda. Always is. Always will be.
Go ahead, bro. Where we at?
This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 27. My tabernacle also shall be with them, yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people, and the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, do
Read that
sanctify.
again. Read that again.
It says, verse 28, and the heathen shall know that
Who the
I.
heathen? If they in the kingdom, if they back in their land with King David, and they enter into a covenant, then who the heathen?
Good question.
Who did you go?
Yeah, who the Gentiles then? No,
That's
for
a
real,
cut. That's a valid question, brother. That's a valid question to pose these niggas. How y'all doing? That's a valid question to pose them. Who are the heathen? Go ahead.
It says, and the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, do sanctify Israel
All
when
people.
Israel,
Yep.
when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore.
That cuts everything that they fucking talking about over there, man. Everything y'all fucking talking about. So y'all demise is at the end. And what's it how the saying go? Your demise will be televised, nigga. The whole world gonna see you fall and crumble. It's in the book of Revelation. It said the nations are gonna moan and groan at the fall of the harlot. Everybody gonna see it. The goose gonna report.
The merchant. Yep.
Bitch done burnt up.
Web TV.
This is devastating, tragic story.
Yep.
Shit's still gonna be burned.
Yeah. That's it, yeah. The merchant shall well. That's right. That's what I'm saying. The economy crashed. You know, because what? America was a superpower. And then, like I said, there's no other, because what? Who's going to rule after America? Besides us. Like I said, these other nations, you know, like I said, because what? The Most High didn't set them up to be the next ruler.
Yeah, because I believe those satellites, they got cameras on it because they take the pictures
Yeah,
of
yeah,
all them. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have that shit on the roof, and it's going to be burnt up in 1 hour, man. So they're going to be seeing all this shit live, man.
Yeah,
Chariots on the man, that shit going to be a damn movie, man.
Yeah.
Like Apostle Horror is talking about, Revelation 18, the credits. That's gonna be the end of, Babylon.
You're funny.
There ain't gonna be no extra thing at the end of the credits. You know how Marvel.
Yeah. It's gonna be directed by you. How much out
The credit's gonna be us in our superpower.
No. The credits is gonna be the memorial of Babylon shit just sizzling up and shit.
Don't forget about the music too.
Then just static.
Oh, nah, you remember? Anybody remember when TV used to go off?
Yeah,
You just
it's
had a
over.
flag and shit.
That's
That shit burning.
Your ass done.
Word up.
My grandma had that old ass TV. She got the antennas on this shit.
Yeah, that's it. I'm telling my age.
If you don't fix that shit right, that shit ain't like fuck. What's some aluminum foil?
Had the pliers on it.
You bumped it one time, the whole shit.
Yeah. I'm old.
And your grandparents, they don't change.
Yeah, they don't.
The same shit.
Got the DVR and shit.
Shit. That the
My grandfather just got a smartphone. Just got a smartphone.
Yeah.
And you know, with them, like I said, the same chair
They got the
sitting
house
there.
phone. They still got the house.
Yeah.
Hello?
We had, you already know what that's what I'm saying. We had the floor model. My grandma had the floor model, but them bitches was so heavy when it went out. We just put another TV on top of that motherfucker.
That's jerk.
That's
man.
harder than furniture and shit.
That's jerk, bro.
They stuff never moved. They stuff never like it's been sitting there since you was little, man.
Man, my
That's crazy.
grandmother fucking
They don't know
horrible.
shit about cash app. They sending 10,000 through the post office.
Lady
You
at
get
my,
that mail I sent you? Like that money I sent you? Fucking download the app.
lady at my,
Millions of them.
lady at my job, she still paying her bills through gets envelopes, writes checks, stamp,
Still,
still.
I got to pick them up every day.
Oh,
All
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Every week.
I seen that shit at Walmart, man. It was a long ass line in Walmart.
Lady was writing the check.
She was writing a check. And Jake mad as hell. He's like, they still got fucking checks? And I'm trying to fill up the coolers and shit.
Oh shit!
Yo, that shit had me crying. She said, "You have a nice day now." Yo, when I say, because you know how like they got the produce and everything like that, they got the
People mad
Walmart.
as
No,
hell.
the line was so long around about the
They looking like, yo, come on, man. All right, lady.
Because they close all the aisles and they got the self checkout now,
yeah,
and then they only just got 1 hour where you can, you know what I'm saying?
That's
that line
funny.
was so long, man. I was like,
good
good
shit.
shit. She would sit there writing up the check. She messed up the first one, so she had to.
Oh, nah.
Like 30, 40 minutes.
And you know, old
You know
people
she
don't
gonna
give a
drop
fuck.
something.
Yeah,
She
you know,
gonna
old
drop
people don't give a
something.
fuck. They gonna sit there. They gonna fucking sit there.
How much was it again, man?
Really?
Ah, shit. Messed up.
They not looking behind them to see. They just in their own shit. They don't give a fuck. This place gotta be destroyed, man. This shit is crazy. Confusion every goddamn way. They old ass be on the road. Don't need to be on the fucking road.
Can't look over
Some would be like the
steering
opposite road.
wheel. You see through the steering wheel, they can't even look over. They looking through the little.
Some would be driving the opposite way. And
Going 30 and a 65. Fucking hoping they make it home. Like, come on, man. Look here.
That was it on the Ezekiel.
Look at that motherfucker.
Nah. This is Romans chapter 8, verse. I'm gonna start from verse 13, and it says, "For if we live after the flesh, it says, ye shall die. But if ye live through the Spirit, do more." It says, but if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High.
Yeah.
But if ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Father. Because what? We're being brought back to who we are, man.
Yeah.
By being sons of the Most High. And how we do we live? By the Spirit, man. You know? We can tell by the Spirit, man. You know?
Yeah, because it said mortify those deeds, meaning put to death, you know what I'm saying, the ways of a nigga. We're no longer niggas, man. We're Hebrew Israelites, man. We're the sons of Yasha Allah, man.
That's right.
And if we're going to conduct ourselves as sons of Yasha Allah, man, we got to hold our integrity, man. And serve the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah with all our heart, man.
Man, once you realize you a prince of the Almighty, you can't be walking around with that same mentality. you know, before you realize that. Come on, man. You wasting the gift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like the brother brought out, like when young men when they're going, they got the certain classes that they gotta take. And what we got? We got the classes. We're training ourselves to be great men. So when it's time to rule, we know how to do it, man.
Right.
We learn it through experience.
Yeah, review all that. I got one more. You think that?
No, that's more. Wait, it's like first precept.
No, I'll wait.
Okay, wait. And it says, verse 16, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if the children, then being heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, if it so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed to us.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so what's their glory? Where immortality goes in that. Rulership and kingdom, salvation, sovereignty. You ain't got to answer to another man.
Righteousness.
Even though we gonna be in order in the kingdom, you gonna be good. You ain't gotta wake up and answer to another man. You just doing you.
Ain't no alarm clock.
Ain't no alarm clock.
Yeah, definitely that.
If you want to go to sleep, you can go to sleep, but you don't need to because you ain't in the mortal body.
Right.
If you want to eat, you can eat, but you ain't hungry because you don't need it. That's glory, man. That's living. This shit here ain't fucking living, man.
You ain't gotta worry about nobody breaking into your shit. You ain't gotta worry about no other man looking at your woman.
Yeah. Or if you send your woman the wrong message. Like shit, I was texting this chick.
Ah, shit.
I was texting this chick this week, and I said good morning, but I called her another chick's name.
Oh, damn.
And I just went in. Hey, bro, I'm thinking I'm on WhatsApp, so I delete the shit. I'm like, nigga,
Yeah,
so I just put the phone down. I said, I'm fucking done. I said, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
But luckily, she was like, hey, we just messed, so it's fucking cool. But you in the flesh, you worry about shit like that. Damn, I'm fucking lose the box and say wrong shit. Fucking crazy, man. We on some low level bullshit, man. Weak ass minds, you forget names and shit. Shit crazy, bro. You gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. You ain't supposed to live like that on pens and needles. Oh, I said the wrong shit. Fuck. You know? You supposed to, when you get a chick, you know she there, she ain't going nowhere, she can't go nowhere, she bound to you. No matter what you do, how you move, she there. Ain't a man that she won't even look in another man's direction. No, that's how a woman gonna be in the kingdom. She won't even look in another man's direction. Beautiful. The scripture say she's gonna be totally set on you. Completely. All your wives, totally, they don't even give a fuck about another man. They ain't obsessed with you. You know? Here, women have wandering eyes, one-time eyes.
Yeah.
Always looking for the next best thing.
That's why they truly don't know what they want. Because they could say they want A, B, and C, and they get A, B, and C, but because they have wandering eyes, they see D. Let's see what D about real quick. And I hope, and you know, they ain't gonna try their best and not let A, B, and C know. You know what I mean?
So that's part of our glory, getting our women back. You know what I'm saying?
No diseases.
No sicknesses. We don't have no colds, no more, no fevers, no migraines, no brothers that suffer migraines, no eye problems. All this shit. Man, we got to worry about being sore. You go lift one weight. Yeah, I'm trying to get right. Next day you sad. Fuck, I ain't staking with this shit. You tell me I gotta do this for 2 years, nigga, to change?
Just to get a little change.
You know, thinking you do it, that's why niggas quit. You're like, man, this shit, I'm sore, nigga, I
I'm
look
gonna
the
play
same.
Xbox.
I'm gonna go create a nigga that look like that on the game.
Yeah.
Fuck you
That's
talking?
me.
99, bitch. Speed up. Straight 99, nigga. Everybody, yeah, nigga, what's up? I can't beat you in real life. That's why that shit's so popular though. Because people live through the game, man. You know?
Emo dances.
They got this shit called RP, where niggas get on Grand Theft Auto and they role play. Niggas literally They can't be gangsters in real life, so the niggas is on the shit meeting up. Niggas on the game though, like they on the online role playing, like niggas is characters, bro.
Yeah, rappers be doing this. They be having their own little podcasts and shit.
Yeah, you got niggas working in the hospital. You got niggas working in the police state. Like it's real online people. It's like some metaverse shit already.
Especially in Compton.
Nigga, you got gangs, niggas rolling up, spraying. What the hell are those niggas they in the Look at them niggas, man. I'm like, this shit crazy, man. This shit crazy, bro.
That's funny.
T Grizzly doing
Yeah, T Grizzly do it.
Oh, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
I seen this one.
No, it's entertaining. It's entertaining as fuck.
Remember
It's
PlayStation Mode back in
entertaining as
PS3?
fuck. Niggas got
That online
gangs and
simulator thing where you
flags.
make sure you match people in the game. It's funny. Like I said, man, people actually associating themselves like that's crazy, man. I could never do shit like that.
It's getting out of hand though, because it's leading towards that digital world where everything is just interlocked. You know, everybody living on the fucking database. Nobody lives outside no more.
You just play video games, just play this game, you play that stuff. Now, you got everything.
Yep. That's a good movie for bros to watch. Regular Player One, because when in the beginning of the movie they showed you how everything outside was destroyed, but they inside the crib with the goggles on, leveling up their points. They had their own little avatar characters that they created that went into the place where they met up. You know, just like how they doing it now.
Shit, crazy.
People create. They saying the next Sims that come out is going to be a multiplayer Sim. You know how Sims, brothers that play Sims.
Yeah.
You can't play with other people throughout the world. It's just you. You got your family. You build your own life in the game. Now they're saying everybody will be able to play together. You can meet a bitch in China and y'all build a family together. You clock out on the job, you put it home. My real life. Baby, you home? Oh yeah. Yeah, all right. You ready to have a baby? You know, like that's what it's going to, bro. That's what the fuck it's going to. It's getting out of fucking hands, man.
They already got the virtual reality set already.
That's what it's going to.
Yeah, I seen something like that, man. It was fucking. It was a wife and a husband. A friend came over, and the wife, she was on the couch, and she was in her, you know what I'm saying, the style. And then the husband was in the bedroom in the same style. So then she like, what are y'all doing? And they was having sex in the virtual reality. Sure. I'm like, y'all married? Like, what the hell? It take a game for y'all to like.
That shit wild. And they was Edomites too.
Edomites, man. I'm like, bro, what the hell?
Because when Marcus Zuckerberg had the commercial for the metaverse, he showed you what he wants to do. You can go to work, you can go to the gym, you can go to the club, you can go. Everybody just meet up.
He paying billions of dollars, man, to the point where that basically like the people on Facebook they getting laid off of work because he wants to really, like I said, put his whole into that metaverse, man.
Nigga in his apartment, 10 cans, empty cans of beer and soda, chips, nigga just on the shit. In his drawers, nigga ain't left the spot. That's sickening, man.
You gonna see even worse. You think you're actually talking to a virtual female, you know what I mean, when a female character, but meanwhile that could be
That could be a whole nigga. That could be a whole nigga.
Yeah, God.
He got a woman as his
That's
avatar.
real.
But he's a whole fucking nigga when the fucking shit. You in a relationship.
I know, that's crazy.
They even got on your app now. You got Alpha that you can have an AI girlfriend. Put AI girlfriend in the app store. They have an AI girlfriend. She your girlfriend. She gonna talk to you every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, bro. Where we at?
Okay. And it says, the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
So the Lord made us go through all this for his will. Nothing what we can do. He made man, and he made man to fall. So man can learn and grow to the purpose he wants man to be. He didn't just he didn't just make us gods and say, okay, now y'all gonna be gods forever. Nah, he made us go through this journey first before we get that great inheritance. I wouldn't have it no other way. You look at any movie that you love. I don't give a damn what movie it is. It ain't no movie without a downfall within the movie. You gotta have a period in the movie when your main character crashes and burns. And he gotta redeem himself. That's what makes it a good movie. He falls and you know what I'm saying? Something happens to him, he goes through a hard time, and you rooting for him to get up out of that time. That's what makes it a great movie.
Mm.
If he just peaches and cream the whole movie, it ain't a good fucking movie. Just like that old movie with was it Jim Carrey? When he's in a show, and he thinks it's real, like, but his whole everything around him is being constructed behind it. It's a show. He's a character in the show, but he has the character he thinks is real.
Yeah, that's a good ass Truman.
The Truman Show.
Yeah,
The Truman Show. Was it Jim Carrey?
Yeah, that's Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
the Truman Show.
That was a good ass.
Yeah. The Truman Show. That
You
shit
ever
good.
seen that? Oh,
Oh,
man.
bro, that's a must watch.
You're gonna have to watch that more than once.
The Truman Show, brothers, put that on the list.
That shit's wild.
So he's a character on the most popular show. I ain't gonna spoil it for him, but basically the whole movie, things are going good till things go bad. He finds out what's really going on. It wouldn't have been a movie if the bad part didn't come. You know? But yeah, that shit crazy. That shit fucking crazy.
I'll get one precept real quick. It's Hebrews 12:11. It says, "Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed." So we were talking about, chastening about chastening. That's important to be chastened and be correct. Right now, if you're not being chastened, it might feel joyous, but in the long run, it's going to kick you in the ass, essentially. You want that rebuke, you want that correction, you want your father to bust your ass so you know to walk on the right path.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it no other way. And some people, they have resentment against their father. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't have it no other way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it no other way. Because that was your father's job, to be that stern example for you. He wasn't put there to be the nurturer. So you looking when he didn't give you emotions. He didn't cut him. He wasn't supposed to do that. And you're in the wrong for thinking he was supposed to do that. So you hate your father because he didn't cuddle you. And the Lord told you your father ain't supposed to cuddle you.
Yeah, me myself, my father came around a little later, so I already had that, issue with him. But he was hard
You about to
nosed.
wrap it up too, bro.
He was hard nosed. He was straight up. Yo, do this and don't ask why. And I used to be mad. Like in my neighborhood, it was the hood. Everybody used to laugh at me because I'm out here cutting trees down, mowing the lawn. They used to call me slave, right? I used to be mad and I just resented him, but not realizing as a man now, he was actually teaching me things, And I told my pops recently, I said, man, I wish I would have paid attention even more. I mean, he taught me how to put up, I helped him build a basement. He taught me so many things, but out of frustration, I ain't soaking it in. I'm just mad. Yeah. But I understand. He told me, land back off what you said. He said, yo, I ain't here to be your friend. I'm here to be your father. You ain't gotta like me.
That's right.
Straight up. He used to tell me straight up, and that shit used to piss me off even more. But now, he taught me so much stuff, not even realizing that he was actually teaching me how to be a man, So, hey, it is what it is, yo.
We'll have it no other way. So how the Lord dealing with us, we'll have it no other way. What we do, don't cuddle us. Show us reality. That's how you know the Lord loves us. Because he woke us up and showed us how wicked and harsh this world is. Let me show you what's behind Hollywood. Let me show you what's behind your favorite rapper. let me hurt your feelings, son. You thought shit was sweet, it ain't.
Damn, Daddy, why the fuck you had to break my heart like that?
Showing you what it is. Wouldn't have it no other way.
I'm gonna be a nice guy.
Yeah, now if you can't handle it, then you ain't meant to be his son. Get the fuck on. We'll sit on the throne.
Right.
We'll rule it properly. We got it, Father. We got it, big bro. Fuck him on the other side. They'll get it after the fact.
Yeah. They'll send somebody else.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't like to get you out the way, send somebody else.
Then somebody else.
Oh,
You
shit.
can raise up stones.
What?
So man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. 3 hours. I'm gonna give all praises and glory
To
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadash. Come on, it's our teachers, the elder posts, the great millstone, shalom to the full leg. Kwame Yashalom.
Kwame Yashalom.
One flip of ball.
One flip of ball.
Shalom.
Shalom. It's